No, please continue doing what you're doing, which is eating chips and salsa.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the Mikey and Me podcast. If you're joining us for the first time, which I hope you are, please, God, tell me that there's new people watching us. Tell me you're watching. If you're joining us for the first time, you haven't watched this, I'm Mikey. That's me. The guy that's right here in the studio with us, it's really close. That's Caleb. That's the other brother. And we have a guy on a camera here.
We have. So wait,
us.
I didn't even know that we had a single black man on the show.
We have my brother right here.
Oh, I got you.
My brother. You fucking see that? My brother right here.
They're close.
And my boy Jeff. Jeff, introduce yourself. It's our boy Jeff.
Shit, we got him covered.
What's up?
Front porch kicking Jeff. Thank you for
here.
taking the time to join us tonight. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna get deep into Jeff tonight, guys. All of us are gonna get deep in him.
Is that really possible physically?
We're gonna be in.
Like,
we're gonna be.
Jeff's
We're gonna be
capable of a lot.
just as much as we're gonna get into Jeff. Jeff's gonna get into us, and we're really looking forward to it.
I like the sound of that.
It's gonna be a great time. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Now that's something I can get into.
Yeah, no, it's like you're getting into these chips. That's going to be us snacking on some Jeff tonight. So Jeff's our homeboy. And actually, I would like to say that this is, number one, this is a big moment. Because number one, we have Jeff in here and we're actually recording.
That's true.
It says...
And did you test to listen to make sure you heard Jeff in the test audio? Okay.
No.
Well,
Jeff,
are we ballsy?
did we hear Jeff?
Whenever we just listened to it, did we make sure that we heard him in the audio recording?
Mm-mm.
So we have no evidence that we're doing it right.
So no, but
this is your call,
I have
though.
a feeling.
Okay, this
But
is
I
your call.
You really lowered the stakes.
This is your call, buddy.
No, because right now I'm running on fucking five.
No,
man.
at the end of this, we know we can see him, but there's still a chance that nobody but us can hear him.
How is that a chance?
Oh,
Look,
I mean,
I'm looking at all of our mixers.
Now open up, but I'm just saying, dude. I agree with you. This is learning. This is all part of it.
I'd like to
This is part of the
also
show.
introduce everybody, if you're joining us, sitting next to me is Pessimistic Pitts.
Yeah. Keep going though. I'll be validating the audio.
He'll be validating the argument as he goes. He'll be making his case. Are you purposely sabotaging? Do you know that we can't hear him?
I'm just recording this now just so we can be.
I think he knows that we can't hear Jeff right now. He's trying to purposely sabotage.
Then it'll just be like, this is
Saboteur.
I can say anything right now.
I think we need to get some more listeners in here to all confirm that this is the man's voice that we just heard.
Is this the man's voice? Yeah.
Do we all agree? I think that could be generated.
Okay, yeah, here we go.
If you're comfortable continuing, then by all means.
We'll take a quick break to make sure we can hear Jeff.
Yeah, I just heard Jeff.
You heard Jeff?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were in on the joke.
I couldn't
at
hear
that point.
Jeff. I couldn't hear Jeff.
I thought he's in on the joke.
Okay. So as I suspected,
you heard him, didn't you?
Tough crowd.
As I suspected.
And
This
he
is
looks
your
as
friend.
beautiful as ever.
This is my friend.
And you couldn't recognize his voice.
I can.
And he closed
It's
his
a
guy's
sweet
eyes,
soul.
and he
Look.
couldn't recognize his voice. Mikey, I think he's been talking to you so much, I'm the only voice he hears.
This is fucking...
We're starting on fire, dude.
Man.
We're starting on
So I
fire.
just want to say, before we keep going into these movies, we're going to be getting to the movies pretty soon.
Is this
soon
the one
enough.
I gave you?
That's yours.
Okay, thank you, sir.
But
No, I spilled mine, right?
I'm afraid that we've introduced Jeff into the mix, and now pretty soon, this is pretty much I'm like picketing for my own fucking phasing out, because pretty soon it's probably just going to be Matt and Jeff
No,
talking
thank you.
about
We're
movies.
just trying to do a draft.
No, I know.
You see, like,
No,
somebody
but
wants
he's
to
a
be the
good.
recruit.
If I'm to be phased out by anybody, it should be Jeff. And because I don't, when
So
you
like the old
motherfuckers start
retiring
talking about
quarterback,
movies,
but you didn't do
No
much,
fucking
and
pressure,
you're not really the
right?
quarterback.
when y'all start talking about
You
movies,
said you
I'm
were
just
talking
like,
about movies.
I'm just nodding my head like, yeah, no, I watched that one.
You-
have no idea what y'all are talking about.
It's like
Um,
the ticket. You're his hand-picked successor.
He's my
That's Gordon
savant.
Keith.
Is that a thing, a savant? That's Jeff.
No,
that's
that's
my
not
guy.
what you would call. I mean, savant
Okay.
is generally more like they're really good at something, and sometimes they're like really dumb enough. But
That's Jeff. No, that's
Jeff
him.
nods
But
in
no, but
agreement.
Jeff's like, no, that's me.
that is
Jeff's
but
like-
you
Jeff's
want-
like,
but
I'm
it's
really
not
good at
yours.
some stuff,
I'm saying
but I-
eventually he's gonna sit in this chair.
Yeah,
So he's your hand-picked successor.
that's what I'm saying.
Which means you really need to watch
What
Succession.
happens to you? Are you dead? Do you die?
I don't
in this
know.
scenario?
I don't know.
And
Also,
you need to
maybe
watch
y'all-
Succession,
Caleb
and you
gone,
can write that in the
you
story of
dead?
this all.
Like,
No, I don't know, dude. I don't know what's gonna happen at this point. But
Did
no,
you start Succession?
I feel like
Not-
it's a different podcast.
Not yet. But real quick, before we talk about what we have or haven't started, Jeff, you want to say anything about yourself outside of the fact
Oh
that
yeah,
we're friends?
tell the people who you are. Actually, like it's me, because I'm just kind of. Last night was like the only time I actually really had a conversation with you. You know.
How do we
Which
know
is-
each other, Jeff?
I'm just here to party.
Hell yeah! No, I'm here to party. I like to party.
No, I'm pretty
I
sure
was
neither
brought
one.
here under the guise of we're going to talk about some fucking movies, and I like to talk about fucking movies. So
There we
let's
go.
do
Oh yeah,
that.
dude. What have
That's
we
all you
done?
need-
And Mikey, what have you given him so far?
I have all I gave him is
It
MDMA.
doesn't sound like the
ketamine.
experience that you
Oh.
they offered him though.
Couple 3
Oh.
inches.
It sounds like you said we're going to talk about movies, and you came over here, and I've been talking about couch cams.
Okay,
It's
well,
like-
okay, you're the one that's been over here working harder than a cat trying to cover up shit on a marble floor. That's been you, not me. And I think it's
I haven't heard that
unnecessary.
one before. Is
I
that
think
really
it's
something
unnecessary.
country people say? The cat shitting on a marble floor? Or do
No,
y'all just
trying
have
to
like
cover
words
up
where y'all
shit.
plug and play them? And, you know, well,
Think about it. Have you ever seen a cat-
Like,
hang on.
talk the ears off a wooden Indian. I
Time
can
out.
talk the ears off a wooden Negro. I don't know.
You know, sometimes
What?
you could probably work through these things on your own if you thought about these sayings. Like, for instance,
You know,
have you seen a cat?
colloquialisms or sayings?
You,
Yeah.
what happens when a cat shits? They cover it up with the kitty litter, right? So a cat
Now, where I
trying
come
to cover
from-
up shit on
I-
a marble floor, they're not
Do
gonna
I come
cover it up.
from, dude? Cats?
They're not going to cover it up.
They're
can't.
revered.
It's Marvel. It's
I
Marvel.
work for them.
Marvel floors.
Marvel cats coming this fall.
Yeah. So either way, I guess we can. Should we? No, we're not going to jump quite into the movies yet. No, let's jump in.
But well, no, what? Why would we not?
Well, I thought about mentioning some things.
Yeah, well,
Let's. You know what? We'll mention.
Mikey's
some
got his
things.
hot topics.
Jeff,
let's,
are you-
let's hear Mikey's
All right.
hot
No,
topics.
okay.
Well,
He's
thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
He's gonna-
you know what?
he's gonna
Maybe
start
we're
off
getting
like
Matt out
No.
here.
Freak.
He's gonna start off like Jay Leno. Do you hear about that? Did you hear about that?
Did you hear about that? Did you? That's a good one. You son of a bitch. Look at him. See, he's already replacing me. I'm funny. No.
So he's actually listening.
He's listening.
Because maybe once or twice have we ever gone right into movies.
Okay. So, I'd like to go ahead. I got to give some shout outs because I recently, I'm heavy. To people that know me, I'm heavy on Instagram. And it's
Yeah,
not
what's your name,
okay. I'm
Heavy
not
Pete?
proud
A
of
little
it.
too much.
I'm not,
He's got a
I'm not
problem.
proud of it. I'm not proud. I'm not
He's
proud
got a
of it.
problem.
I'm not proud of it.
Agreed.
But
As long as it's not TikTok.
I may or may not be
'Cause
up
that's
at
the Chinese.
I may or may not be up at 3:30 in the morning sending reels to my friends, and I can't stop. That's fine. I think it's okay. I mean, I'm
I feel
admitting.
left out. Just saying.
Well, you never check. I would send them to
Oh,
you.
yeah, that's true. I wouldn't want to say
Um,
Don't ask for it.
No,
but,
I don't want to see
there's
videos.
Now,
no
Caleb
turning
wakes
back.
up
Never got
and figures
internet
out what
videos.
time I went to bed. He's like, Mikey went to bed at 4:30.
And I know when he's awake because Ashley's
Oh.
like, if you talk to
Wait,
Mikey,
you are
and I'm
Santa
like,
Claus, aren't you? I
No,
know.
Ashley's like, do you know what time she was like, hey, did you talk to Mike today?
Or
It's
she's-
like
saw him on
12:30. I'm
Xbox?
like, no, I haven't heard from him yet. Nothing on Instagram. That's how I know that's how I know Mikey sleeps.
Wait, so that's what Ashley said?
Yeah, she's like,
That's
hey,
great.
like I'll get home from work. She'll be like, hey, did you talk to Mike today? I'm like, no, I got my first message like an hour ago. So
Oh, that's great. y'all really are brothers. Like, you two talk more than Chris, right? Than you and Chris?
Well, no, because I mean, me and
Other
Chris are
than
together.
living with him.
Yeah.
If Chris
But on
didn't
the
live
phone-
with you, y'all would talk more.
like we don't talk on the phone all that much.
No,
I
no, but
would
message.
Just like
Yeah.
he'll send me
On
shit on
Xbox.
Instagram.
Xbox,
He'll
exactly.
send me
Jeff-
stuff.
Jeff got it on Xbox. We
So-
talk all the time. So, yeah.
this however it is you got there, you two talk more regularly than you and Chris.
Technically, no.
Outside of, but not bullshit. Chris getting home from work. I'm gonna eat some water.
No, I mean, me and-
you
me
want to
and
watch
Chris,
Dog
like-
the Bounty Hunter?
Me,
huh?
we don't watch Dog. Dog, you don't.
But, okay, what I'm trying to ask you is if you had to say who's the better friend, a brother.
Whoa.
I know, a brother.
Who's the better brother?
No, not better brother. Who are you closer with?
Mikey, there's a fire. Who
It's
are you
hard.
saving?
I know, dude. It's meant to be a tough
I
question.
talked to both of
This
them
is
like
meant to
almost
be
the
an
sound.
incredibly difficult question.
I know, and what I'm trying to tell you is that your
We'll
incredibly
play the
difficult
island.
question
We'll
has
play
an
the
incredibly
island.
difficult
We'll play the island.
answer.
We'll play
We're
the
not
island.
playing
If
the
you can only
fucking
take one of them
island.
to the island, you know, or the whole trolley experiment that have your brothers in it, right? You pull
Because
the
I would
rail-
never. Here's the thing: the three of us together would never be in a situation where we
No,
would put
Mikey,
ourselves where we're on a
Mikey,
fucking
there's an
island.
answer that doesn't give you the blame. The answer they give you the blame is, I believe that Chris would really want to sacrifice himself in his case, and I really, you know, that's the only reason I'm doing it.
I would like
The
for
only
you
reason.
to give me whatever you took. Give me whatever you ingested. I'd like to
I
have
smoked.
some.
I smoked your cigarette.
I didn't. I don't look.
Actually,
okay.
no. There was a little bit of that weird other one that I left up there. If you want the rest of it.
Look, I don't
Are you
smoke
having fun,
Parliament.
Jess?
So here's the thing. I want to get into some recommendations of people that I talked to. Chip,
Mikey, you
Chip
look like
Monster.
you should be doing a NASCAR podcast. I just want to
Dude.
throw that out there.
Hey, I'm okay with that. I'm
What?
okay with that.
A what for?
A NASCAR podcast? They said I should be doing a NASCAR podcast.
So but just by look alone,
Whose eyeballs?
an overall vibe.
So I was just gonna say, I'm heavy on the Instagram. I'm back to it. Before you started trying to make this about Survivor of the Brothers on
Pick
an
your
island,
favorite brother.
and whose torch is getting put
We
out.
didn't talk about that for too long, did we?
Yeah. Well, not too long, but I mean, you know,
Probably 10 minutes.
you're the one who I don't know.
I'll stop talking so much, brother.
Pretty soon, it's gonna be me and you that are in the fucking therapy.
I'm trying
room.
to sit here and eat. Waiting for you
It's
to do
gonna
your
be
show.
me and you in the therapy room pretty
I'm
soon.
literally just waiting for you to get going.
Oh God, you're gaslighting so hard right fucking now, dude. Okay, so I'm heavy on Instagram, and I fucking commented on something, and who responds? Lo and behold, the Sandman podcast. So the whole point of what I'm trying to say
I'm
is
sorry,
I'm
I am not
shouting
familiar
out
with Sandman. I'm not familiar
I'm
with
shouting
Sandman.
out
Is it a popular podcast?
the sad he's about to fucking be, because we're the most popular
Okay.
podcast in Mumbai, India. And so
Wait, so
he's
is it
about
really
to be the second
a
most
popular like Indian podcast?
No, he's not Indian. He's the Sandman. Is an ECW wrestler.
See, I know the Sandman from Neil Gaiman.
No,
okay,
the Sandman,
there's
you know the
graphic
Metallica
No,
novels.
song?
Sandman
Yeah.
was a kendo stick and smashed the beer, drank the beer and smashed it. Then had ridiculously hardcore matches like an ECW and stuff.
Wrestling.
Yeah, that's awesome. I
He's a
guess
wrestler.
if you're more on the literature side, Neil Gaiman did this amazing some of the greatest graphic novels of all time called The Sandman. They did make a one season iteration of it that came out like a year ago. So
If I could pull up the screen share and knew how to do that with him on
No.
here, I would do that
Yeah.
and show everybody the Sandman. But the Sandman was a
You
legendary
can.
ECW wrestler who would pretty much show up with a cigarette in his mouth, and he would hammer a beer, and he would also hammer the living dog shit
sounds
out
like
of you with a
Stone
kendo
Cold
stick.
He would
Speakers.
also hammer beers before the match.
Yeah,
he
he's like
was
Stone Cold
like,
Speakers.
No, dude.
I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
Jeff can go deep
Yeah.
on
Go ahead.
anything
Stone
wrestling.
Cold, that was
Yeah.
his persona, but Sandman lived that life.
Oh,
Yes,
That's
was
the
it? He was
difference.
actually doing that
Yeah.
shit.
Sandman
Yeah.
was
Oh,
that
yeah.
dude.
He was drinking all the beer before the
It's
match.
crazy.
You know.
It's like the
And
like,
smoking
basketball players
cigs,
that do,
too.
Like, I don't know if they actually got like drank freaking like malt liquor, not malt liquor, but who is it that said that they're drinking between games in the NBA?
Oh.
Either way, it's the same thing. But
Yeah.
this guy was like, living.
Oh, he's a wrestler, and he would
but
do
he
it.
got
And-
to openly do it.
yeah,
it's part of
and
it.
so the thing is that I
He's
wanted
like,
to
it's
say,
part of my bit. I'm an
the
alcoholic.
main point is that if you don't,
But I have to bring my job home, honey.
if you don't know who the Sandman is, if you don't know who ECW
I have it
is,
up. You can
Oh,
pull it up.
YouTube that
go
shit.
look.
You
You
can
need
show
to go
right
look
now.
up.
Wait, no, here's a new window.
You can go look up the Sandman.
If you want to.
Well, yeah, we'll look up the Sandman and show him.
Hey, you
Yeah,
asked
I can
me
take
his
that for you.
his best match. My match. It's the one versus Sabu.
Dude.
I think it's like Stairway to Hell.
ECW the Sandman.
It's like a
EC.
death match. It's like barbed wire and shit.
Do you know? Yeah. Do you know what year that fight was? Or what did it feel
Like 97, 98.
So either way, the Sandman
talking
replied
about.
to me on Instagram, and
Sandman versus Sabu. That's the one.
yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they have a they've got a podcast. You also go check out Sandman's podcast, see what they got.
Oh,
I
look
mean,
at them pants.
just legendary stories is what you're in for over there, man. It's a great podcast. I checked them out. That's Sabu, and that dude's a
Yeah,
legend
oh, yeah.
himself. But there's a Sandman.
Oh, he's in that chair.
He said, "Get off of me. I want a Miller and a cig." That dude runs on Millers
now you
and
can see it,
cigarettes. Can Jeff see it?
Yeah.
Cool.
He's like, "Be quiet. I'm watching."
Yeah.
Dude, Sabu's a legend. He's got to be on the ECW Mount Rushmore You think, Jeff? We know we've talked about
What
this.
year is this?
97? Isn't that what you said, Jeff?
Yeah, 97.
I think it's 98.
98.
Trying to think whenever
Look at that.
It's
Stone
Stairway
Cold
to
shit
Hell.
with The Rock.
This one's good too. This one's a good one.
That was like late 90s, early.
And see
It
his
had to be,
shirt,
like, not far around.
blood, sweat, and beers.
But then with this with WW, who was
Yeah,
this
this
at the
was
time?
ECW.
ECW. Wasn't that owned by WCW?
It's
Or this was like
WWE owns all the rights to ECW now.
but back
uh,
then though, like back then,
It's like
that-
ECW,
Oh,
Stairway
oh,
to Hell.
So they were more like
98.
a little underground, more underground than like WCW,
I could look it
WWF
up.
at the
Yeah.
time.
like ECW House Party 98. That's
So
what
this
it
is like the more hardcore stuff at the time.
Yeah, these dudes went hard. It was like they still
Oh
had
yeah,
their
this
bits.
is like barbed wire death matches. This is like,
Oh,
like
shit.
you know, the thumbtacks.
So it's like,
the,
oh man,
the backyard wrestling videos
did you watch like
used to
yeah,
get from
that show Heels
Blockbuster.
was pretty cool. It just made me think about
oh,
like,
Heels
those
is
small
amazing. I
wrestlers.
love
Here
Heels.
y'all go.
Yeah, dude.
This is
Isn't that nice for someone else to watch it?
Right? I know. It's like a little hidden gem. This
Right?
one like
I
stars.
don't know anyone
right?
else. The fact is like, yes, dude. And I think hopefully it gets picked up for its third season. I know,
So-
but we'll keep going.
Here we go. We got these are the guys y'all need to go check out if you're interested in learning about old school ECW stuff. Any listening to the Sandman and them talk about crazy shit. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Shout out
Um,
Sandman.
Yeah, man. Shout out Sandman
Shout out
podcast.
No Guyman, Sandman.
This
too,
is this is their page, man. Looks like they've got 14
Yeah, it
episodes.
looks like he's just going through like his best, like greatest matches, and then just other really good like hardcore matches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dark Side of the Ring. They did one of a Dark Side of the Ring of him, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Episode 7,
how
Dark
would
Side
I
of the
do it?
Ring.
Or one
And,
that like he had a lot to do with. I think it was about ECW
I mean-
or something like that.
I can do that and try and do it if you think I'm the best bet, but I
Yeah.
can't, do like a song.
But no, man. I mean, y'all definitely got to go check out
So-
that man, Sandman.
Yeah, WCW Uncensored. That's a
Give
big
her 5
match
minutes?
with him
Try and do 5 minutes of
WC.
CP?
That's one of the episodes here,
I
huh?
don't think they can carry it that
towards
long.
the end, or number 2.
Oh yeah, right there. WCW Uncensored.
And
So yeah, man, y'all definitely got to go check out. So that's the number one shout out is the Sandman.
you have to put to
podcast.
sleep eventually.
Got to check him out. Number one, you got to familiarize yourself with who in the hell the Sandman is. I need to turn that off. But that's their thing. And then the other thing I'm gonna shout out. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to easily pull him up here.
The little blue pill's not working yet.
So the little blue pill's not working yet, so it's gonna be hard for me to pull this guy up.
This
But if y'all can
episode
just-
is brought to you by the Little Blue Pill.
Yeah, so I was telling
I
Caleb
know
and this guy about him recently. His name's Michael Sawan. Isn't that his name?
Yep.
Michael Sawan. And this guy, if y'all want to go check him out on Instagram, which I highly recommend, y'all check this dude out. But y'all can follow him. He's at Softmax Plus. And I'm gonna do further stuff on this dude in a little while later because it's like hopefully by next episode I'll be able to give you a bigger kind of bio on this person. I found him on Instagram. This dude wears clown makeup, and he's quite hilarious, if I'm being honest. And the further I kept watching, I'm like, wait a minute, this guy also he also has books that he writes. He's an author, and so he actually has a website. I'm gonna go ahead and do my best I can to pull his website up, but. Honestly, man, I think this guy's pretty hilarious, and I just bought 2 of his books, and just totally on a whim. And I don't think I'm going to be disappointed. In either way, I mean, it's supporting somebody who's doing their own thing, and he's out there.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, he's doing his own thing, and he's out there. He's taking a shot at on himself, and he's writing books, and I think it's pretty cool. He's won some awards, which is pretty cool. His book Pepperoni Powerhouse: The Pizza Boys Legend was adopted by the Boys Club of Bellevue for their 2023 roast about readathon. The event raised $60,606 for gang violence. It's a lot of money.
66,600.
60,606.
I do want to go back to you spending
60,
too much
60.
time on Instagram that has led you to buy books.
Yeah.
From,
No, but hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not proud of it, but had I not
from Michael Swan.
dude, Michael Swan, and I mark my
Sawan, don't sleep on him.
Michael Sawan. I want to say, mark my fucking words. I'll have this dude on my podcast, and everybody is gonna fucking be like, "Yo, this guy's cool." Yo, you were right. They're all gonna fucking. This guy won't make me look like a jackass.
I mean,
mark
he
my
seems
words.
very interesting. I'm not saying that. It was more about
He won't make me look like a
your
jackass.
Instagram addiction.
I have faith. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll get to your addictions in a little bit. We'll start. Yeah. You already know where I'm going with that, buddy. But yeah, let's go check real quick. He's got some books, and you can buy them on Amazon, which I recommend all of you do. And it looks like he's got 4 of them. And these are the 2 I bought: Pepperoni Powerhouse and When in Doubt. This is about When in Doubt is about a detective who solves crimes with his dick, and apparently this book is his mom's favorite book. So I bought the book because it was his mom's favorite, because I'm like, well, it sounds kind of odd that a guy solves crimes with his dick. And here's the thing: it says a depraved detective solves mysteries with his dick while lusty hotties collide in paradise. Lefkitz is a paid peeping Tom, a professional pervert with untraditional methods. All of that changes when a mysterious figure brings him a missing persons case. Lefkitz becomes entangled in a confusing web of money, power, and the haunting memory of his one true love. Meanwhile, a 30-something named Misty has uprooted herself to Pony Island. To Ideacally? What is that? Look at that. I can't read. Ideacally?
Yeah, I do.
Vacation getaway for childhood. Look at that. So y'all gotta fucking check this dude out. I'm telling you right now. He's gonna, in my opinion...
I think you should... You ordered the book? Or the book's in? You have the book?
Not yet. I'll get it Monday. It's Sunday.
You
I'll
should
get it
read a
tomorrow.
passage on the podcast from it.
Tomorrow I will. I'll do it. I'll do... Yeah. No, you're right. But no, I've got a lot of faith in this guy. And if I got to be honest, I mean, I know very little about this dude. But if I got to compare him to somebody without even reading his work, I mean, he's probably going to be something similar to like a Hunter S. Thompson kind of guy. Sort of, maybe. But probably fucking better. I don't know about better, but...
A little Andy Kaufman-esque?
Yeah, like funny. Yeah. This guy's got a funny vibe, man. Y'all got to go check him out. He's got an Instagram, like I said, Softmax Plus. This dude's... I'm trying to put y'all on what they're... As people would say in the streets, I'm trying to put y'all on game right now. And,
Can you see somebody put a baby
and
tool?
Matt's going to be putting on a baby sleeping seminar via Tool, but in the other room. But like I said, man, y'all got to check Homeboy out. This dude he's awesome. He has books. All of his books are available on Amazon, and also he has books available on Barnes & Noble. He's got a merchandise shop where he sells stuff. And man, like I said, he actually responded me on Instagram, and you know, he's interactive with his fans and the people that are watching him, and so I say he's cool. Worth the check out. And you know, maybe you could know about somebody before they really blow up, and you can help them you could help be a part of their success. You can say, hey, you know what? Fucking buy your books, weird clown guy. See, right now here he looks normal, but I saw this guy's wearing clown makeup and
let's see the clown
drinking
makeup.
Frozen margaritas. Well, let me see. Can I get? I don't know.
Just Google
Instagram.
Michael Sawan clown.
No, hold on. I don't know whose Instagram. I guess this should be logged into Matt's.
Whoa, dude! Can you put him on black like that?
Yeah, here he is. Follow up. Yeah, here we go.
Oh wait, yeah. I saw something.
Here's my favorite video of his. Listen, here's my favorite video.
Amount of book I've written. There's actually more. There's a 5th one. It's not done yet. The 5th one is slow in coming, but it's coming. I'll finish it when I finish it. The love and support I've gotten from the internet has been very encouraging.
And then let's see. We have this one here.
You sent me a funny one.
Pookie Messiah.
No, that's not it. Pookie Messiah is not. That's a good one though. You check all of his shit out. If you can buy all his books, fucking buy them.
This is the amount of book.
No, that's not it. Where's the one I want to see?
Look, it's down to the right. Right there.
This one?
Up.
This one? Oh, yeah, you're right.
This is the first one I finished.
No.
And so the cover looks the most amateurish.
No, he did it with the AI or maybe it's this one.
Pookie Messiah.
Fuck. I'm tripping over my own meat right now. I know the easiest way to find it. You want to know how?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look the same in all of them, right?
Dude, I know. My guy's he's crafty. But this is the way we can just go to page here.
He's just finding a way to plug his Instagram.
No, I can't find. Okay, well, never mind.
Instagram addiction. You bought the
No,
book.
I'm trying to fucking be able to find the one where he's sitting on the bridge, the one you're thinking of. We've looked at these. That's none of those. There it is.
I don't fucking care if China has my data. China can do whatever China wants to do. They better not step out of line or we're going to blow their asses out of the water. Fucking America. But TikTok, that's some baby bullshit. Come on. That's not real. That's just...
So this dude's just sitting on the highway, on the side of a highway with a frozen margarita and his books in a bag full of books, and he's trying to sell them, and he's, this guy's a legend. Check this out. Talking about the American dream.
The frustrating thing about the American dream is that it hasn't been relevant for 50 years. Dreams change, and the American dream most of all changes because everybody changes all the time. Who do you imagine when you imagine the American? Every one of you is going to imagine somebody different. So how can all of these different people have all of the same dream? Doesn't make any sense.
You call him a clown,
No,
I call him
like
a fucking genius.
I like it.
Yeah, so
I
Softmax
dig it.
Plus, yeah, see, I knew Jeff would be on board. So go buy his shit. If you don't really have an excuse, if you go to his Instagram and you see that he's got his little link right here, click that link. Go buy some of this guy's stuff or just like his shit, share it, subscribe, something. He's also on TikTok, I think. But I don't know. I very rarely find really interesting people on the internet, and I think this guy's interesting. And I just figured I would share him with the world. Otherwise, I would have just kept this goofy shit to myself. But no, this is worth mentioning. What do you think about the guy?
Seems totally normal.
He seems legit. He
Totally
had me at the whole, fucking America. That's where he
who
had
doesn't
me.
want to dress up as a clown, drink a margarita, and sell some books?
Dude, you know
He's
what?
got points.
Yeah, he does have fucking points right now. And I'm almost out of points in a sense of things to talk about before getting into these movies. And I just want to get into these movies. But we got to wait on that. So in the meantime, hang on. Are we going by popularity or what was it? Alphabetical? So either way, I don't know if it was popularity or alphabetical. But I'm going to pause for a second. And I'm going to figure that out. See where see where Matt's at. And we'll be back.
But yeah.
And we are back. And we have vacated one Caleb. The couch cam isn't working, but we've added another Caleb. If he wants to sit at the desk at some point and put the headphones on, it's there. But the other Caleb unfortunately had to leave us, but
Yeah.
we're blessed to have had him for the amount of time that we had him.
What do you know?
Oh, there's a couch cam. Look at that. What do you
Yeah,
know?
cool. I've been hiding it the whole time.
Yeah, what do you know? We can see him. He almost looks like that yellow guy from Sin City. Except he's not a pervert.
Asian American?
He's not a pervert. You keep trying to make these jokes, man. You're bordering on the edge of just getting us off of YouTube.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about.
So, welcome back. We have one less person here, but we gained another person.
Yep.
And I got done telling you guys about Michael Sawan, and he's a brilliant author, and he's somebody you're probably going to be seeing a lot of. I'm putting money on that, putting it down right now. I have $4 on it. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into the movies. We're jumping in.
I hope so. We've been standing around the pool looking at the water. Looked nice. The water's starting to
Matt's
look
got
less
the control. We're gonna
inviting.
let him start taking us through.
I do want to bring up something before we continue.
Please.
If you happen to see the giant edition of Candyland in the background, I have 2 daughters, so I just want to throw that out there.
I didn't see it, but now I'd like to see it.
But-
Did you zoom in on it?
I thought you were cooler before. If
Now you're
I
even
were
cooler.
the viewer and I might know, then I
That's
might have thought you
pretty
cool.
legit.
But then I guess it would be kind of weird at the same time. It'd be
Yeah.
cool, but then I'd start to question it very quickly.
That dude probably beats his kid's ass in that game all the time. He's like,
Yeah,
I study this game. And
I
I'm
have the
bad."
crown that you win after, like, the winner gets a crown. I have it in my bedroom on my nightstand.
He pulls it out every now and then. He's like, you just letting y'all know you still gotta beat me for this thing.
Yeah, along with our replica Intercontinental title belt that they cannot beat off me to save their
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
They got
I'm not
a
gonna
lot
lie,
to
sounds
learn.
just kind of like the dad I'm planning on being.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's,
You got
that's-
to.
Yeah, dude, he's got the whole book already written. So I think we need to change what we're sorting by here because we're looking at a lot of movies, and this is not the same list you had up. So because
Alright,
that was
if
one of
you
the
wanna-
things.
Yeah, kind of.
And Jeff, I don't know if Jeff can see that list. Not that it quite matters. I think he
No,
has
we'll
his
see.
picks.
I still got fucking Matt's Instagram up.
Oh, yeah, he's still seeing your gram.
I have an Instagram.
I pulled your Instagram up to be able to
Okay,
show
I'm just trying to
show the author.
Gotcha. Sure. 2014 movie.
Caleb's
Yeah, I see
initiating a pug fight right now. He's the pug fight ringleader.
a pug fight. Every 24.
He has the two sister pugs battling for the toy.
It's funny
So-
that not only did Caleb disappear, but he got replaced with Caleb.
With Caleb, yes. One Caleb
Not
disappeared.
confusing at all.
Yeah.
No.
That's the third time. So the third time if you mentioned. So every listener should know now. Okay. I know any listened to Ticket enough. I wish they did. Anytime somebody would mention something that another person said within like the last minute, they'd give him a heart. They'd just like give him so much shit.
Okay.
So Mataroon is the person who this uses just compiled a bunch of useful stuff. What it boils down to. So we out the beautiful year of 2014 after 2013, which was probably what I felt the strongest year
And he's gone.
so far. Yeah, he could tell that I didn't want him. I don't know. I just think it's already committed to the first click. And I can just hide that there. It's a quick commitment. Okay, 2014. Oh, there we go. Sort alphabetically. I don't know, one day we realized that we should have just trusted them enough to sort by their standards.
Yeah.
This I have up here.
You can't trust these movie places. You really can't.
Cannot trust them at all. There's the chrome. There we go. Now they can see a little Jeff, but I can make him a bigger Jeff, and then they can see our screen at the same time.
We
What
want a
beautiful
big
world
Jeff.
now that Caleb is gone. So, boom. Sons, yeah, 22 Jump Street. That was entertainable. It was entertaining. You know. But Jeff,
Is this mic off?
it will be.
No, shouldn't be.
Oh, okay. Caleb's is now it is off. So, let me scan through it, or do you want to go through the ones that you kind of...
We haven't gone through really any of these
Alright.
live on the podcast, but I've seen a lot of...
Alright, so I'll just, I kind of quickly
I
scan,
haven't
and
gone through the
I only
entire list.
stop at something I care to. And if you see something,
Likewise, yep, keep
Yeah.
going, but
And
the
Jeff
majority
probably-
of it's kind of...
kind of has an idea what he wants to do. Says, and we're working our way through A's here. A Million Days to Die in the West. That was a pretty funny movie.
That was a funny movie.
Seth MacFarlane,
Uh-huh.
creator of The Good Old Family Guy, American Dad, and then and other things. And honestly, his show, The Orville, if you're a fan of Star Trek and stuff, like, you could tell that this guy loves Star Trek. And basically, he made, like, a slightly comedic version of it, because honestly, like, it's full length hour, like standard like a full hour episode type things. And there's goofy stuff, but he's literally like tried to make his own Star Trek, and for what it's worth, I mean, I love Star
Pretty
Trek.
solid.
But I feel like with like it's a Star Trek that has some ridiculous jokes mixed in, but it's serious enough to be like, okay, someone who isn't just looking for some obscene comedy could enjoy it.
I got you.
Right, but moving on. See, reason why about less now. Addicted, advanced aftermath. American Sniper.
Yep.
Important. I didn't see it right away, but I did see it.
Great movie.
Chris Kyle's
I
movie.
didn't know the story when I watched it. The ending surprised me.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I
Dude,
did.
that would have been wild watching
That
it that
would've
way and not
been
knowing
wild.
the fucking ending. Be like, holy
Dang.
shit.
I mean,
feel
I
like
heard
they
about
blew
it, but
up
I
the
didn't know
ending
that
so
he
far
was
early.
dead.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
crazy.
didn't know he was dead when the movie came out.
Dang, that's the way. Like, I wish I would have been able to see it that way. But it's like I felt. Oh, thank you. I feel like I knew the story about it before I even saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
No.
cool, man. Really good. I guess Bradley Cooper really wants an Oscar. I wonder if he's it. I don't know. I honestly don't think. I mean, he's a good actor. I don't think he's like phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think
No,
he's
he
really
is
good.
good.
But his last movie he did on Netflix, the black and white one about that American composer. Dude, he was trying so hard, but no way. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, we got Annabelle, which I'll mention
That'll
about
be
the
you.
Annabelle movie. I think this was the first. I'm not necessarily a giant fan of it, but as a horror movie fan
There's
and
a
like
universe
a
of it now,
suspense,
right?
exactly. That's the reason I wanted to mention
Yeah, that's
this
The
there's, like-
Conjuring, right?
yes, exactly.
So
I
those
believe-
are good. Those are pretty good horror films.
Yeah, they're not terrible. In
Wait,
the
are these
realm,
that John Wynn, not Wynn, but Justin Lin movies?
Let's
Or
look.
was Justin Lin behind The Conjuring? No.
John R.
Well, that's a spin-off movie. It could be something
Yeah.
different.
No, either way. Yeah.
But either way,
Yeah.
the Annabelle doll, like Jeff mentioned, came from the Conjuring movies. That's like where she kind of the origin of her, and then now they're making movies based off of that from there. So not a bad watch if you want to get
just
into it. If you want to,
it's like a typical monster film,
yeah. And so if you want to, if you're
I mean,
getting
it looks
into
like
the
a
Annabelle
doll, right?
stuff, and you
It's
want
like
to
a
see
doll,
the,
or it's
yeah,
like
it's a
a-
haunted doll. And so if you want to see
Not
the origin,
the biggest fan of dolls too.
No.
Creeps me out.
yeah, I'm kind of good on all that too. But if you want to check
So you
out the
love
story,
making-
the origin of it would be from watching what he said. Which was the movie again, Jeff?
The
Conjuring?
Conjuring.
The Conjuring, exactly.
I
So,
think there's like 2 or 3 of them.
yep, there is. But the first one is where she made her appearance, and then they ran with it from there because it is a creepy story, and it's a true story as far as the whole thing goes.
Whether Annabelle's based on a true story?
yeah, whether you want to believe it or not, the Annabelle doll is real.
Oh, I mean, it was a real toy that existed.
No, it was a real like a haunting. This specific doll that was named Annabelle. This very it wasn't like necessarily like a Cabbage Patch, but it's like this
There's a
specific
good
doll.
chance that the
Based off of,
Mothman's in that Annabelle.
That
Let's
actually is based off of a real story too.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
it's
Look
kind of
up,
like the Mothman.
look up the Annabelle.
No, like there was
Annabelle
a
doll.
doll
I believe
named
you.
Annabelle. She was just.
No.
I think she was just a Raggedy Ann doll. I think that version is just for
So this carries more weight than Mothman?
Oh, yeah. Like the family is real.
I don't know
the
about
family
more
that The
weight
Conjuring
because
the
because
family that the
Mothman was-
Conjuring.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Sorry, the family that the Conjuring's based off of are actual real people.
Yes, exactly. So look.
So
let's
there's
see.
an actual family that...
They're big hoaxers, is what they were. But like, yeah, they made a horror movie out of it.
So this lady,
What?
this is the Conjuring
I have
lady.
no idea.
That's the lady from the movie The Conjuring. This girl
So I
right
don't
here.
see any pictures of Mothman.
Lorraine
from real life.
Warren at Milford's Lorton Hall.
No, you sold me, man. I'd like to dive into
So that's
some
the
more, but-
Annabelle doll. It's and that's it
Yeah.
says. It says warning. Positively do not open. This was like
Matt,
right there.
what you need to go to a deep dive into is who Ed and Lorraine Warren were.
Okay.
The ones that the movie's based off of. Like
Okay.
they're crazy just in themselves. They have a whole bunch of schemes other than just the Annabelle. Basically, they were like the original like ghost hunters back in the day.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
And they were. That's where the whole
So
Annabelle story got in
so
there.
this one stuck.
And yes, and it was like again, as he said,
That's
Ed and
cool.
Lorraine Lauren is the movie. The Conjuring is about Ed and Lorraine Lauren, and
So
then
this
that's
Warren.
like
They throw a bunch of shit against the wall, see what sticks, dude.
exactly.
This Annabelle's
so
one.
I like that we did stop on Annabelle, yeah.
Right? Okay, so then anyways, we got Annie, Art and Craft, As Above, So Below, As It Is in Heaven, Atlas Shrugged,
sure
and
that
Rand.
was part 1 too, yeah, and Ryan, whatever.
And Ryan,
Yeah, it was
Rand.
like if this is I'm pretty sure this is part of the 2-part movie series that I saw. It was, I mean, it was like a made-for-TV limited series quality, but like before that, I don't know. It came out 2014. It's crazy. I don't even know what it aired on, other than the fact that I pirated it.
Yeah.
But it had to be on some cable network. But if you're not familiar with the book, whatever, I guess it's decent at
I think it was like TNT or something like that.
Yeah, it might have been something like that. Not many faces you recognize. Might be a couple. Like I know a guy from Mad Men, one of his bosses on there, but yeah, it didn't matter.
Yeah, so then we got
Mikey?
Awake, The Life of Yogananda.
Okay, that.
I don't know. We don't need to.
You're going to stop on every single one? Some
Let's
of these.
see, yeah. Big Hero 6.
Big Eyes.
Oh, was Big Eyes good?
That's a wow. That's a, click on it. That's a Tim Burton film.
Oh, okay. I kind of checked out on a bunch of his stuff.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's interesting because it's not like, it's kind of more Edward Scissorhandsy, but like it's not very.
For something that came out in 2014, he did some kind of more original
film.
true to form shit.
No, not at all. It's not his best film, but it's very interesting. It was pretty good though. I liked it.
Okay, it definitely looks more interesting than any interest I've had in a lot of his films ever since.
I mean,
I got burned out on his style.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, totally. They yeah.
But this looks interesting though. Yeah, I have to check that out. I have no idea. But like I said, Big Hero 6. That was a good animated movie. I don't remember why I saw it, but it was. Yeah, it's pretty good.
There's one of my
shit.
hitters right there, Birdman.
This is huge. Birdman, this is good. This is a top one. I think Alfonso Cuarón, but I think he did this and that other movie in like the same year. I think this and the one that Leo won the Academy Award for.
Oh, Reverend?
Yeah, I think he did. And this is okay. The whole idea of a single take, right?
Yeah.
Because he did Children of Men, I believe, right? So Children of Men, when it came out, it had like a 22-minute like single take scene, really long.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure this whole movie is that. If not, it's very close.
Yeah, like scene by scene, it is just they
like
literally follow
one
you
shot.
the whole time.
And it goes from like, it's just like, but I'm sure obviously but it's done as though like it's literally like one camera moving around the whole time. You never,
pretty
like,
cool. For instance, the shot where you first see Emma Stone, they start on stage and then they go backstage and they follow you the whole way. And they go into the dressing room and she walks into the dressing room a little bit later, but like they follow you the whole way.
I got you.
Yeah,
no, that's interesting when movies do that. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's something you don't notice until somebody mentions it almost sometimes, and you're like, oh yeah, that was all.
But
this
this cool because he's his director. Like he do it all these films, but this was him being like, all right, I'm just gonna do a whole movie that. Which to do that and be theatrical and be as good as it was, kind of like a what's his name, kind of playing, I don't know, kind of like a version of himself almost in a way.
Yeah.
Michael
Keaton.
Keaton.
Because you want to cut out the boring parts, you want to cut out the walking to the room, but he made that interesting with the music and like the posters that you want to pay attention to see like where like the history and stuff, like the war.
He just made it just like, this kind of just is like being this guy.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is exactly. So, and this was important film, but Birdman, regardless, that'll be.
I honestly, I haven't seen.
That's my top 5 of this year for sure.
I know.
I can see it easily being. That even if you don't like it, it's a film. It's like a master. It's a masterclass film. Okay, moving on there. I don't care about that. Boyhood. Shit, this is important.
Richard Linklater.
Yeah, Richard Linklater. He literally did this over the period of like 18 or 20 years.
Out. You see what I'm saying, guys? Everybody else who's watching, who I hope you're
confused,
watching,
man.
Dude, he's got another movie going on right now that he's filming that's taken like. If the people, it's gonna be like a 30-something year experience where people have that are still like, and hopefully they're still around, hopefully they're committed. He started this movie when this character was a child, and they had the commitment of these actors to do it literally throughout him growing up, going to college.
They would film like every 10 years or something like that.
Like this is like special. You know what I mean? Like that sort of shit's special filmmaking.
Yeah,
he's
yeah. So even if it don't care about, it's literally about this boyhood, and it's like You should go on the Guinness Book of World Records for that, even if you don't like the movie. Like, there's something special, like maybe the longest film, like longest it took it to film a film or something. I don't know.
Yeah, through the years. I mean, what, like 30, 40 years almost?
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's one he's still like. If you're
like 3
if you're right
generations.
now, I wonder if it's could be like him on his deathbed. Is like when the final scene happens or something, dude.
That's crazy.
That would be nuts.
But like, you know him from Dazed and Confused and like
Scanner Darkly, dude. Believe it or not, he
the
did that.
School of Rock. I mean,
School
Okay.
of Rock, dude. Yeah, he's all over the place, dude. That show that just came out, The Hitman, which is that.
Yeah,
I mean, he
dude,
directed
that movie's
too.
great.
Yeah, so he's really versatile, man. It's pretty cool.
Dude, and see, like I was trying to say before I got, like, again, this is what I meant about you and Jeff. Because I'm like, you guys are both, like, saying the fucking dude's name before either one of you.
Well,
like,
you gotta know.
neither one of you
Mikey's
guys
like, I have
have,
nothing
like,
to talk about.
no, it's fine. This is great. This has been my fucking point, though. This is what I'm saying.
You've had a
I'm
book
We're
on your
gonna
right.
find your
this moment
movie.
for so
I'm
long.
right. I'm just, it's like when your fucking parlay hits, you're just like, I fucking knew it. I knew it.
All right, well,
I
moving
told
on.
you. Keep going. I'm not hating. I'm just saying. That's what I told you, dude.
Oh, dude. I mean, if you're in the
Yeah, how do we feel
MCU,
about the Marvel films?
if you care about the,
We're putting these in.
MCU or MC? What is it?
the MCU, yeah,
MCU.
I got into the MCU. I wasn't into it. Until,
Matt
like,
doesn't deny it. He acknowledges.
No, I
it a
got
lot of
really
times.
into it. Like not until after like
There's-
the second Avengers, maybe. Like
There's like a couple core films that are like really, really good. Like honestly, The Winter Soldier is one of them. Like it's
Yeah,
it's,
The Winter
it's a
Soldier
sequel, but
stands
it's
out.
a really strong film.
yeah, no, it stands out. And the first one is great just because it's like one of the only ones that's like so out of the time with the rest of them to where it's just like, you know, I mean, yeah, I feel like for the most part everything was the Thor Dark World and Thor's introducing, but that's so great that they're they're let the directors redefine the Taika Waititi and like make it into a comedy and shit. But I mean, I feel like it's really quality action shit all the way up to their Endgame, and then I guess
There's another core film in this year that's coming up. I don't want to spoil it since we're going alphabetically.
yeah, we'll keep on. But let's see. Either way, if you're Captain America, you can probably enjoy this and have no idea what's going on anywhere, just because it's kind of like a
the action
well
was
done
great.
story. Yeah. Chef, I didn't see it. John Favreau did it, but it's
I saw.
I saw it. It was pretty good. It's a little family film.
yeah. Season 4 it's about Edward Snowden. Let's see. Oh, why'd we go backwards? Just go on there. See.
I like this.
Hang on.
Dear White People?
Yeah, I was gonna say that, or
Oh, yeah, do you
or
like it?
just above it.
Yeah. I
80
like the
Days and
series
Nights?
too
No,
on Netflix.
Dawn of the
I
Planet
thought
of
I
Apes.
saw
Oh, shit. Yeah. As far as the Planet of the Apes world goes, yeah, I feel like this is well done. I liked it. This is Ryan Johnson. That newest one that just came out, I didn't see. The Matt Reeves. Oh, Matt Reeves is the one who did the new Batman movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm sad about so. So you don't care about J White people. Come on.
Jeff, I think liked it.
Mikey. You
No.
don't. This is a question we all ask ourselves here.
Yeah.
Do I
sometimes.
sound gay?
Oh.
I had to say it for the listeners, man. Draft. That's so funny, dude. I never saw this, but it's funny they made this movie. Kevin Costner. I was like, come on.
Right.
Dumb and Dumber 2?
Oh, shit.
T.O.?
This might be yours, or we already had yours, because there's the sequel of then there's a prequel. Is
Yes.
this the one? With
I think
them?
there's
With
Dumb
that-
and Dumber. Yeah, no, this is.
Is this? Let's see. No,
No,
this
this
is the one.
isn't-
This is yours. This is Dumber 2. This is the one. The scene that you love. You should have seen the look on your face.
Is it really this
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
one? Okay, I don't.
Because
no.
they only had the
Yeah, oh,
original,
you're right,
the
you're right.
prequel,
Yeah,
the
it
younger
is.
guys, and this. Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah. This is where. Yeah.
Almost 2 decades and he still comes.
I'm just
How you
showing
doing,
this
buddy?
for you, Mikey. 'Cause
Brought you your favorite candies.
I do love this scene.
Come on, Lloyd, you gotta get over her. Mary Samsonite was just a girl. That's it, kid. Come on, spit it out.
I don't know if you
God,
can see
yeah!
it. If you can't, you should.
Wait a minute. So you mean you have
I
been
don't think you did.
faking for 20 years? And it was all for a gag?
Yep.
That's awesome! oh,
Why don't you roll me inside? We'll get the nurse. Take the catheter out of me.
we don't
Sorry,
need nurses
I
for that.
didn't realize
Don't
that
you
was-
have to?
I said to show the
I like what you've done with the place.
show the Dumber 2 for
Oh,
Mikey.
that's
Who's that?
Butthole. I found him out in the alley.
Why'd you name Butthole?
Because of this.
Good name.
Totally fits.
Yeah, so either way, that's
I just like that part. You should have seen the look on your face. You've been doing it for 20 years.
Oh, edge it tomorrow. I'm gonna have to put this on there. This was way better than I expected. And based on the manga, was it Live, Die, Repeat or something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good. Oh, fuck it. I have one with this copy. Did any of those matter to you?
No. Nope.
Okay,
Foxcatcher.
I like learning more about the story.
It's a wild story.
I thought the performances were okay. Like, it was cool. I thought Steve Carell did play Creepo. I don't know enough about them or what they were like. But you know, Mark Ruffalo and all that. It was enjoyable, but I don't know if it was as good. I don't know if it was good, you know?
I lost y'all's screen.
Oh, shit. Of course you did. Yeah, we'll get better at this, because whenever I go back to something, like if we jump to a trailer,
there we go.
Remember. Yeah. So that was Foxcatcher. It was kind of like, I was like, it was good, but then, I don't know, way better than that.
Fury.
I thought Steve Carell was really good.
I did too. Steve Carell
even with the
was
nose.
very good.
Yeah. Like I said, he effectively pulled off whatever I think that, like...
he pulled it off because it's about the DuPont.
I wish I knew more about the guy.
It's about the DuPont family.
Yeah.
And it's about like almost more or less like a guy, if you don't know the movie, pretty much a quick synopsis in a sense is that it was like a guy who came from a super wealthy, well-to-do family that had almost everybody in the family had accomplished something or in some way, shape, or form something. It was like they were always known for like horse racing and like having thoroughbred horses, whatever. And so this guy is pretty much trying to essentially live up to that and make his own name. And so what he's doing is being able to open up a wrestling facility to be able to produce some of the best like wrestlers or whatever.
For like he was successful though. He did produce like Olympic winning wrestlers.
He's right. And he got like Dave Schultz, I believe, is the main dude who's the story's about in a sense. But he was like one of the big main wrestling guys in America. I mean, he was super well known and incredibly he was incredibly well known and well to do and all of that. And I mean, the movie's, has to do with him. He's in it, and it has to do with, you just definitely got to check the movie out, in my opinion, if for only the reason to see Steve Carell in that type of role. It's not typical. So.
Yep.
But then,
I see Fury on the list.
Fury, that's
Fury
right.
was really good.
That's one right down there with Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, dude, doing the method acting in that one.
It was a good movie, man. Definitely a high quality
David
movie.
Ayer. It's funny, and he'd go on to do. I mean, he did like the first Suicide Squad. And people get paid for a job; it's not their fault.
I really
come all the way down here.
Yeah, I liked the movie.
No, Fury was good.
Fury's a good movie.
Fury was quite good. All right, there we are. Godfather. Oh, there we go.
God's Pocket is actually a pretty good movie. You should go check out. It's about gambling. It's got Philip Seymour Hoffman and John Turturro.
Right.
It's actually
is that the Godzilla with Bryan Cranston?
I think so.
Yeah, but God's Pocket's not a bad movie. I mean, it's kind of
it probably. I was thinking. But yeah, no, God's Pocket. Do you want to watch the trailer?
No, keep going.
No, you mean it's not like it's
no.
good,
I was just saying it's John Turturro.
I love John Turturro. I feel like anything
if you've never seen it,
I want to stop on Gone Girl for a second. That's a David Fincher film. That's actually my top 10 for this year for sure.
Gone Girl is definitely gonna be up there just because
let's check it out.
Yeah, hold on, yeah. Switch to the right screen. Yeah, this is David Fincher. Every movie he does is like a master class.
Like Fight Club, dude. 7. I think is another one of his.
Fight Club, some Panic Room. Freaking Alien 3 being his first movie is crazy, but it's funny because it's like one of my favorites.
Disappeared 3 days ago.
You don't know if she has friends, you don't know what she does all day, and you don't know your wife's blood type.
Without a body, there ain't hope is a confession.
I love that
rated R. Yeah, but it's like interesting. Then he makes successful social work. But the most recent
He's the kind of girl who attracts admirers. Did you do it? Did you do it?
Whatever they found, I think it's safe to assume that it's very bad.
How do you feel about Social Network?
I mean, I respect it. Like, I think he made it accessible. Like, he made it accessible, telling the story of something that impacts someone's life. So, I think, what Aaron Sorkin. Aaron Sorkin's writing is I mean, I guess he's good. It's funny. I mean, I don't think he blows me away, but the direction, like, I mean, I thought it was like a really cool. I thought he did a great job with it. It's not. I don't care that much about Facebook, but it is an interesting story, just because I guess it has changed their lives, whether we want to admit it or not.
Yeah, it's kind of like our modern history, you know.
Yeah,
like
which was weird to me. I felt
way.
weird that it was coming out because I felt like it hadn't been out long enough.
No.
That's most of my first feeling is like, wait, they're making a movie about that? I'm like, I was in college when that came out, but then I guess like, yeah, it is that big a deal. That just, I don't know, it just seemed almost kind of like, yeah, it was just, I don't know why. It seemed as
probably because we came from MySpace.
Probably because I'm old, man.
MySpace is a thing, and so it's like, why is this as irrelevant?
Yeah. Well, if you're in the Marvels, Guardians is great. James Gunn was able to bring his unique style to those. Hercules. Is that one, right? I didn't even look familiar. I can't remember. Oh, Horrible Bosses 2.
We're still on Gone Girl on my screen.
Damn, we'll get better at this. We will. Maybe if I put this here, I don't think that'll mess anything up. Alright, so Mike, you guys remember whatever we have here?
Yep.
This is what he will see there.
Correct.
He can see it now. Now he can see. He can see clear.
Yeah, so I was skipping down.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was saying that. I was giving that respect for James
Gunn. That's one of my core, like, Marvel's universe films, for sure.
You want to talk about soundtrack?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
And a great video game to boot.
Okay.
Yeah, it was way better than the Avengers. Yeah, I felt like it was what the Avengers game should have been, but it was, but it was ice stage of their story. I was almost like, dang, what the... Yeah, man, the Avengers was fun, but quickly stopped being fun. It's like, damn, this is way better. Yeah, Guardians, James Gunn. I mean, it's funny. He's like, he wears the fact that, hey, the soundtrack is gonna be cool on its sleeve. Like, it's like Volume 1, but he really leans into nostalgia, which is, I mean, it's cool. He does it well. This is funny.
No, for sure.
I would never do it, but yeah, I'm just saying. A little better. You know, he started from like toxic Avenger shit. Like, it's funny. He came from trauma. Like, it's crazy that he made that. Let's see. How to Train Your Dragon. I heard these were good, but I didn't see them.
I've never seen those either.
Oh shit!
I'm sure my kids will start
Origins. This is be up there for me.
Is it?
Yeah, no joke. This is Mike Cahill. So he did that movie that was talking about the Another Earth the other day. It was like one of my other picks. I don't know if have you seen Origins? I
have not.
Okay, I don't know.
This is new to me. I like it.
Yeah, it was Mike Cahill. So in like, he's done a lot of shit with the same people. It's one of those kind of things, and like a lot of I feel like his stuff has like a lot of existential merit into it. Like it's heavy shit. Like, but it's like beautiful. I feel like he executes it like with a beautiful elegance.
Yeah, it's well done.
Yeah, but it's like a beautiful elegance, so like melancholy, bittersweet, man. I don't know. Like, there's a scene in this movie that I was planning to take if I didn't, and do like a perfect moment scene where like the sound and everything hit just right, to where like it's just your emotions are as moved as you could imagine. So let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen. Origins. There we go.
I go to 7-Eleven, I buy some stuff.
11-11.
Lucky 11s. I look at the date,
Michael Pitt.
It's 11-11. I look at the time, it's 11-11. I start to see these 11s everywhere. When I followed them, I found these eyes. I'd like to tell you the story of the eyes that changed this world.
When I saw you, I had the feeling that I had known you. Like we are connected from past lives.
I don't believe in that.
What do you believe in?
I'm a scientist. I believe in proof. Every person on this planet has their own unique pair of eyes. You ever feel like when you met someone, they fill this hole inside of you?
Are you okay, man?
Yeah, okay.
The way you talk was like poetic.
To me, the best thing about living like a lab rat is that sometimes you actually discover something.
You know, the white peacock symbolizes souls being dispersed throughout the world.
We'd like to get married.
There is no proof that there is some magical spirit living above us.
Why are you working so hard to disprove God?
Sophie? Sophie?
Sophie!
I never got to say
Another Earth was
goodbye.
I suggested for another.
What if I bring you something that'll take your breath away? Check this out. There's a girl born in India with Sophie's exact iris pattern.
Impossible.
Maybe the eye really is some kind of window to the soul. You should go to India.
I'm looking for someone. All I have is a picture
Yes,
of
it's
their
like,
eyes.
he's like,
Could you help me find
I
it?
stuck
What would you do
his
if
irises
something
in, like,
spiritual
some,
disproves
it
your
starts, like,
scientific
every
beliefs?
document, scan every person's born iris because none of them ever match.
People's
But
doors are
then they're like doing
completely
experiments to find like clear matches.
What's behind the door?
Like there's like they have
Anger
a
and
baby
fear
that
and
was
joy
born
and
with the match,
sadness.
and they show pictures of like this older person they know that like died or whatever, and see if they would emotionally react to see if there's like basically either reincarnation or just there's still some soul connection. But
If you're arrested.
yeah, but it's done in a pretty movie. And it's you know it's a lot of emotional heft to it. I enjoy it. Let's see. Let me share the right screen. Well, sad movies. Okay, moving on down. Oh, Inherent Vice. Shit. That was a solid
That's a good one.
PTA. I believe that was Paul Thomas Anderson.
I think you're right.
There's Joaquin Phoenix too, I believe. I feel like it kind of
That's
slipped
a
by.
top 5 actor for me, man.
No, dude.
It's
yeah,
crazy
for
that
sure.
this kind of a lot of PTA's films slipped by since early in his career. Oh shit! Well, we all know this is one of the
Interstellar.
best.
Yes.
I mean, it's I don't. There's not much else. I mean, it's Christopher Nolan just being a master, just makes some of the best shit out there.
Yeah.
This is like top 3 for me.
Yeah, I mean it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, I don't think he's ever going to top 10 it. I don't think he's ever going to. But it's that it's but for me, it's like yeah. Well, the top of the mountain's the top of the mountain. I don't, I'm cool with it. Let's see. It Follows, dude. I don't like horror.
That's a good one.
But this was a good
Yep.
horror.
It was a good movie.
It had a statement and it was doing something unique. I
No,
like
it was really good.
in just the tone and the setting. I just remember just being that low key kind of Stranger Things feeling to it, like just the earlier shit. Let's see, that's Jack Ryan, yeah. Jersey Boys, if you like. Oh shit, well, yeah.
John Wick.
John
There you
Wick.
go.
Step
The beginning.
action movies up to a next level. Didn't think it was possible.
Yeah, that's
But
probably
they
good.
did.
That's in my top 5.
Yeah, the John Wick franchise, and it's like I didn't each new one I think it's good. You know, a good movie, but it can't be better. But for me, I feel like they still find ways to innovate
step it
fights
up.
and shit. So I'm like, damn, dude, they keep doing it. It's awesome. Kill the Messenger.
That was a good movie.
That's
I
a good
like
one.
Kill the Messenger.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Had
What's that
Jeremy
Like you
about?
reminded me of that one earlier.
Yeah, it's but click on it. You have to it's
Yeah,
he's a
we're-
reporter.
Going to check. Going to trailer it or just
You don't necessarily have to.
Okay.
I mean, you can just read the
yeah,
description.
journalist Gary Webb in '96. Interesting CIA's role into 1980s getting crack cocaine in the black part of LA to get money and weapons to conservatives in Nicaragua. Oh, okay.
It was a good movie. It
So
really was.
who leads this thing? Let's see.
Jeremy Renner's.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
And Robert Patrick, Terminator.
Yep. He's
There
a
you
good
go.
dude. No, this is a great movie. I really did like this movie.
I like him as a mayor more, of Kingstown, but was
There you go.
I'm sure he's
You should check it out though.
Kingsman, dude. This is good. I believe this is
Kingsman.
Matt Reeves again, wasn't it? With this Kingsman, these were really good actually. If you haven't seen them,
No, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
good movies. Yeah, the Kingsman.
Corngal, is that a documentary?
Yeah, it's
like
about I think so. Might be. I don't know. It's about
I just know
probably
the documentary
Cornwall
you showed
Valley.
us that you liked.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
know if it could
Restrepo.
be on
I
that.
think this is probably a
Yeah, okay. Well,
documentary.
look, Corngal picks
Yep.
up where Restrepo left off.
Yep.
So it's the sequel
Oh,
to
that's
Restrepo.
cool. I've
Yeah.
definitely seen Restrepo. I
Oh
haven't seen
shit,
that
yeah,
one.
dude. I know they made a sequel. Did you?
I didn't necessarily know it was a sequel to it. I knew that Korngal was a movie.
That's cool, man.
I didn't know it was a sequel though. I haven't seen
A
it.
sequel documentary.
I'm sure it's
that's a
probably
rare
just
breed.
as good.
How many times have you heard of a documentary with a sequel?
No, not. I mean, no, never.
I mean that's
Really
which is
never.
cool. That's awesome. Dude, I'm gonna have to Yeah, I look forward to that one, dude.
Yeah,
That was a
I'll
surprise.
check that one out.
Let's see. Let's Be
Be-
Cops.
yeah.
Yeah, I like the
That
actors
is
in that,
funny.
but I didn't see it.
It
Was
wasn't
it-
bad. It was a
It was
pretty
alright.
decent movie.
Yeah, it was alright.
I think
Wait.
the guys are just so likable that I think
Life
they're there
Itself.
for
That's
that.
Stephen Hawking or no?
Well, that looks like
What
in
is
there,
that?
but is that
Is that Ebert?
that-
Richard Ebert? Who?
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
it's
Ebert.
Ebert.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
critic.
Richard Hawkins.
Richard Hawking. Yeah, something like that.
Stephen Richard Hawking.
Let's see. Lucy. And this is probably Luc Besson's last decent movie. Probably the last good movie he'll ever make.
Really?
Yep. Luc Besson, who's responsible for that right there.
Oh.
My Fifth Element poster on
Fifth
the wall.
Element.
He's done some cool stuff. I was surprised. I don't know if y'all have seen it or not.
I've seen it. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
It was really good. I was just like, it was more sci-fi than I expected at all going into it. And whenever it ended up being as sci-fi as it was, I was like, damn, okay, hell yeah. But, yeah, I don't have to get further on. Lucy's solid Luc Besson flick. Yeah. Oh, here, this is you, Mikey, Maleficent?
No, not
No?
really.
Oh, no, that's Manglehorn. Same match. Meet in Montenegro. Meet the Mormons.
I've met him.
Let's see. Mr. Turner. But the smoke. Ends, M's, and N's are weak. Neighbors.
Neighbors
It's
was funny.
Neighbors wasn't
funny.
bad.
That was a funny one.
It will make you laugh.
Night of the Museum, also that was a good movie as well.
Yeah,
Wasn't
dude,
it
those
the
are
Secret
solid.
of the
Those are
Tomb?
solid entertainment. Like
Two down from
family-
that?
and family entertainment. Ooh,
Night-
Oh, there it is.
Nightcrawler.
yeah. There's a high chance this will be my number one. There's a very high chance.
It's top 5 for me. The top 2 came down to personal choice.
Yeah. That's why I just stopped being like, man, changing the top 10 so hard. I just trying to think if I could only pick one of these, the one that just did this. Yeah, probably.
This is definitely a top 5 though.
Yeah, and like
for
what I do,
sure.
just yeah, the Jake Gyllenhaal. Man, people don't respect him. I feel like they really.
Dude,
realize how
I'm
great
right
he
there
is.
with you, man. He's so underrated.
And so versatile, dude, and the body of work he's been in, the shit, dude. It's just like, you got it, dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna get an Oscar one day.
I mean, he
Dude,
kissed,
that new
he
show
kissed
he's on
Heath
Apple,
Ledger,
dude.
dude.
Freaking like presumed innocent, dude.
Uh-huh.
I since that,
Yeah, I started watching that.
dude. It's of course I feel like for me, I just feel like the acting across the board on that show is like, damn, this is heavy
Oh, for
and
sure.
really good. Oh, let's see. Noah? No, that's not the Darren Aronofsky one, is it? Is it the Darren Aronofsky Noah?
With Russell Crowe.
Oh, it is. Shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm partial to Darren Aronofsky to where I give him leeway. It was just I found it fascinating that this was even made and that he made this.
Right. I love Darren Aronofsky. I do not love this movie.
Yeah, this would be like the only one that I was almost a little confused by. But
Yeah.
at the same time, him actually telling the story the way he did, it baffles me. It's just I'm like, but he actually did it. And of course, he was had enough clout to get a pretty decent budget. But it's like, this is how he tells the story of Noah. Like this is. It's like I don't know if you like the director Truth Singh.
Yeah.
It's almost worth seeing it. He just wants this because you're like this man. This is how to tell the story of Noah. This is nuts.
It makes me feel like the like Guy Ritchie directing Aladdin. type of thing.
Dude, for real. Like people know that. It's like yeah, you know, like and it did amazingly. But like
Yeah.
the guy who does British gangster films and that's how he makes his living.
And then he makes fucking Aladdin.
He gets they ask him, "Did you do Aladdin?" He's like, "Yeah."
What's he looking at? Can he see?
Oh, my bad. If we're not,
Look at the list. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, you can see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
where did he go? Let's see. Let me just bring you back up so that Mikey doesn't get scared.
Well, it's just like making sure
There we
we're
go.
good. There
Oh, look
it
at
is.
presumed innocent, of course.
Oh, look at that.
They can hear me. Let's see. Okay, Ouija? I never saw it, Mikey.
No,
yeah,
I
when
didn't
we was
see
at
it
home,
either.
you like to play
I
with,
didn't
don't
see
you?
it. No, I'm
No?
good. I don't play with those.
That's right. You make money. You don't
I
play.
don't
It's all
play with
business.
those.
So you
There's
got-
a pretty underrated film coming
Which
up.
one?
Pawn Sacrifice with Tobey Maguire. Have you seen that one?
Okay, no. This is
I haven't
news
either.
to me.
It's based on a true story.
Okay.
It's like
Toby.
like
Trying
an
to do
American
something,
guy
man.
playing the Russians in chess, which they take very fucking serious.
Oh, yeah,
Apparently,
they do. Yeah, they don't play.
yeah.
Well, they play.
It was during wartime, I think.
It was like Cold War.
Yeah, during the Cold War.
So is this the precursor to Queen's Gambit with the guy?
After only 4 moves, there's more than 300 billion options to consider.
Oh, it is Bobby Fischer?
Yeah.
This is the story of Bobby Fischer?
It'll take you very close to the edge.
Oh, it's just told from... That's cool.
Taught him to move like this.
He taught himself. If I take the pieces away, he just keeps playing in his head day and night.
I can tell you he has great potential.
American chess prodigy Bobby Fischer became the youngest ever grandmaster in the history of the game.
Where do you go from here? I want to play the Russians. The best in the world, and I want to beat them all.
Fischer Mania is taking the country by storm.
My next guest, Mr. Bobby Fischer.
That's cool, because Searching for Bobby Fischer, the movie came out a long time ago, you know?
Are you a patriot?
But him as a kid.
There are people in high places who take an interest in any confrontation with the Russians.
I don't really care about politics.
You're the one man in this country who could put up a fight.
Bobby Fischer is in Iceland for his match with the world champion Boris Spassky.
It's the chess version of a 15-round heavyweight prize fight.
I'm not playing until all my conditions are met. I want at least 5 feet between me and the audience. It's almost like I hear their thoughts.
Bobby has problems.
Bobby is displaying signs of paranoia and delusional psychosis.
Hey! I'm coming for you! I'm coming for you!
That dude's about it.
We're at war.
I didn't know that he went
It's a
on him.
war of perception.
I didn't know that.
The poor kid from Brooklyn against the whole Soviet Empire.
You don't look well, Robert James.
They're all out to screw me. The Russians and the Jews.
We are Jewish. Bobby is Jewish. What do you people say to him when he comes out with this trash?
People think there are all these options, but in the end, there's no place to go.
Bobby!
You might crack.
Bobby won't crack. He will explode.
Now, people sleep on Tobey Maguire.
That's a good movie.
Yeah,
I want
dude.
to see it. That looks good.
Did you see Babylon? It came out like... Dude,
Yeah.
With,
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, dude. That, like, and Margot Robbie about, like, early days Hollywood. This freaking Damien Chazelle, who did, like, Whiplash and La La Land directed it. His character was, like, a small character, but, dude, it's so creepy. Let's see.
It's funny you said Whiplash.
Dude, yeah, dude, Damien Chazelle, the guy who directed that and did La La Land, he's like in his 30s, man, and he's like,
That's pretty insane.
dude, no, like, I think he did, like, he made Whiplash because he wanted to make La La Land, man. Like he wanted to make this musical. It was crazy, but he needed to like do well enough, and I think he was like in his mid-20s when he made Whiplash, dude. It's crazy.
Damn.
That's crazy. I love that. It's gonna come up here in a minute.
But yeah, that's crazy. Cause I looked up his parents, and I'm like, he sounds really smart, and like both his parents are like has some insanely highly intelligent jobs. So I'm like, okay, at least
makes sense.
I feel like he got lucky
Checks out.
genetically. Let's see, because I'm competing with him deep down. Let's see. What did I miss? Oh shit! How'd you let me miss that?
I didn't.
I think we lost the list now.
I went back to you.
The list. Where'd the list? There we go. So this shit here, man. Woo.
Yep.
Predestination.
Just watched it on Tubi.
Fearing for sci-fi mind f of.
It's on Tubi.
Ethan Hawke, and I tell you what, if you go into it, once you kind of learn the theme of it, you kind of think, okay, you get an idea kind of which way it's gonna go, but it kind of gets. I feel like it goes a few steps further. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To where you're like, okay, like I don't know. I was cool. It gave me enough surprise, even though like having a good feel for, the whole time travel going back and interacting and like yourself and shit. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, dude, yeah, you should definitely check it out. Let's see. Right along.
Right along.
Is that pretty funny?
It's alright.
Yeah, it was a decent movie.
Is that African Americans? What is that?
It's Kevin Hart and Ice Cube.
Americans, he says.
Okay, that's good.
It was a funny movie.
Man, RoboCop did not need to be remade. PG-13
it
version
was
of
not
that, dude.
done
It's so
well.
sad. But the guy, what's his name? Is good. I like the
Carl
actor.
Urban, right? I
No, that was Dredd.
Dredd,
RoboCop
yeah,
either
you're
had
right. I don't
the
know what they did with
Skarsgårds
RoboCop.
or it was the guy who was in Altered Carbon and season 1 and shit. I think it was him from Altered Carbon and let's see.
Can you see this pug
Joel
fight, Jeff?
Kinnaman. Joel Kinnaman was in it.
Isn't Rosewater the Jon Stewart movie? Didn't he direct that?
I don't know. Let's find out. Rosewater. Rosewater. Yeah. So was it a documentary?
I think it might have been.
No, it looked like it's got actors in it.
Yeah, it looked like it was like his first feature film. He made a documentary before that.
Okay.
Yeah, this was like his first feature film.
All right. Iranian Canadian journalist Maslow Bahari is detained by Iranian forces to brutally interrogate him under suspicion that he's a spy. Oh shit! I think I heard about this guy's story on the Sean Ryan show. Like, at least I think I heard about like the guy who was detained at Guantanamo for a long time, ended up coming out with a book and shit. I'm guessing that's what this is. Well,
like I said, I don't know if it was very good, but I know like it was Jon Stewart.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those stories you wonder. It's like he was really good at his job, and to where he was able to get out and then have a movie made off the story, or else it's just
Selma's pretty good. Selma's a good film.
Selma, oh yeah, that was a pretty important story to tell. What was it about, Mikey?
MLK.
Yeah,
Wasn't it MLK?
Yeah, it was important. I guess it was an important day, the time. It's good that you know about
I didn't
that.
know it was.
Sometimes I wonder.
It was a very important day in history.
7 times sex tape. No, I didn't really care. SNC didn't need to make. Didn't need that.
Didn't need to be made.
Son of God didn't. Yes. Spring. So Spring. Yeah, it's one. So just Aaron Moorhead, Justin. These guys did like the end this, and they did. There's something they've done. They have this. They have a unique or the synchronicity, whatever, or synchronic. Synchronic. They did that. This is like one of the first, if not first, films. Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, this duo directors, and all their shit's got a pretty unique sci-fi element, but it's done in like a real grounded way. So this is like one of the first or earliest feature releases. Spring. I highly recommend. Oh shit, man! I wish it would automatically just show you this shit whenever I. But Spring, yeah. If you're into looking for sci-fi, this kind of unique, little more off the beaten path, that I feel like anything those guys do is going to be worth checking out. Moving on, I'm changing back to the right screen. Okay,
St. Vincent. That's a movie I'd like to mention. It's a great movie. I think it's a good movie to watch with your lady. You got a lady friend, sit down and watch it with her.
Oh, yeah, I feel like there's a joke behind that.
No, it's not. St. Vincent, watch it. Nobody fucking talk. Watch the thing.
You're going to pay for my tree.
It's Bill
I'm not
Murray.
sure how to pay for the branch.
Everything has a price. You should know that.
Is it a what?
I
realize what?
Oh, Real Out, you like him anymore? Is the average you like Kevin Spacey? I know. I'm joking. I'm giving you. But, you know.
This should be familiar.
Cactus.
No, prick. Big prick.
She's funny, I like her.
Hey, it's nice to be able to just kind of say
Not to be rude to me.
I'm sorry. So I guess his same character is actually just him.
What are you doing? You're mowing dirt.
I'm showing him how the world works.
Are you drinking alcohol?
I honestly don't remember.
It's a good movie. It's about a movie.
take me to that night
The lady
again?
that lives next door, her boy, she didn't have anywhere for him to go babysit. It gets too expensive, so she lets the guy next door watch him.
So that's the
Turns
alcoholic
out
home weirdo next door watch her kid.
And it turns out that he's not just a typical guy. There's a big story behind him. He's not just some guy.
I don't think I've seen that, Mikey.
Everybody judges him as being just some, like, dirtbag drunk guy that lives down the street.
There's more to meets the eye.
You end up going down through the story, and then at the very end of it, you find out like he's not. He's just. Let's go on to another Darren Aronofsky film that makes you want to drown yourself in Clorox. Let's go look at that. Let's look at a Darren Aronofsky film where somebody sews somebody else's mouth to another person's ass.
Hey,
let's go look at that. That's good. Watch that with your family.
You watch the movie Mother and.
Go check that out. It's about a lady that crawls on the ceiling.
Your mother.
I guess sleeping babies.
It's a story about a person who crawls on the ceiling.
I like it, Mikey. I'm here for it.
No, do not watch St. Vincent. Do not watch Secondhand Lions.
Moving on.
Don't watch Mothman.
Taken 3.
Secondhand Lions is like my go-to feel-good movie.
You're a pussy.
Tammy?
Because I was dogged out for watching
which movie did you say? It was a feel-good movie?
It was one that I mentioned that you made fun of, the way you just made fun of my other movie, St. Vincent.
No, that's great. I don't know.
Just don't watch them.
I'm not close with them to make fun of
You need to watch movies that are dark and make you just question the fabric of reality.
I like shit that's Tim and Eric. Come on.
Tim and Eric. You need to watch Tim and Eric.
That's family stuff.
Watch that with your family.
Yeah, it's the first movie that I'm showing my daughter when she can have a conversation.
Yeah,
wife's gonna be there. She's gonna be like, "What is happening?"
Yeah, and she'll figure it out.
Moving on to the awkward moment, and Amazing Spider-Man 2. I didn't even see the Amazing Spider-Mans, but they stopped after 2 because they stopped doing well enough to make more.
Not a very good film.
Let's see, The Book of Life, not The Tree of Life. Don't think it's that. The Connection, Mikey. No
The
Connection. Drop. Okay, there's somebody.
Equalizer.
I said it was a good movie. You should check it out. James Gandolfini and Tom Hardy, and that's all I have to say. Check it out.
Equalizer, Anton Fuqua.
Everybody know who the Equalizer is. Denzel Washington, fantastic movie.
Yeah, but that's him and Anton Fuqua teaming up, and I feel like they've got a solid record. You can trust what they do. They've made 3 of them now. Expendables 3. I haven't seen any of them, but I didn't know they made this one PG-13. That's always disappointing. I'm getting some old actors in there. Fault in Our Stars. I'm not a girl. I'm not a teenager. But if I were, I think I would have loved this movie.
It's not a bad film. I think I watched it.
Yeah, I think I have to respect its genre and what it's doing.
Oh, nice little feel-good movie, huh?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's one of those things where one of them is probably sick or gonna die or something.
Nice little feel-good movie.
No, that's nice.
No, but they have all the stories like a Walk to Remember, or there's another one where they're gonna be so close to each other because of some disease.
Oh, that's cute.
I feel like all of those are the same movie. Let's see.
A Walk to Remember.
Yeah, that was one, but there was one more even recent, I think, called 5 Feet or something, or it was literally the space. Mikey,
that was called COVID.
The Space Between Us. Yes.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like all those movies are kind of.
Oh yeah, they are. It's like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, this we just find real life tragic events of people dying because they got terrible diseases. Mikey, it's your favorite, Mikey, the Girl on the Train. That was a psychological movie. It was pretty.
The Gambler was a Mark Wahlberg movie. It was terrible. It was alright.
It was not very good.
Girl on the Train was.
It wasn't terrible, but it was alright.
All right, skip down now. The Giver. I know the book is very popular. I never read the book or saw the movie.
There's my favorite.
The book is good. I didn't care for the movie.
Oh snap!
It's incredible.
So this is your favorite Wes Anderson film, then? The Grand Budapest.
That's my number 2 film of this year.
Number 1, dude.
Grand Budapest.
Yeah, this is up there for me.
Probably gonna be number 1 for me.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Ralph, what is it, Ralph Fiennes?
Ralph Fiennes, yeah, dude.
Just him, playing some of the biggest villains of, our generation, you know? And then to go and be, that funny, classic funny, silly funny. Oh, I love that. I love Wes Anderson.
Distinguished guests came for him.
I love you.
I love you. She was dynamite in the sack, by the way.
She was 84.
I've had older.
This was also when I met Agatha.
She's charming. She's so charming.
Is he flirting with you?
Yes.
I approve of this union.
I became his pupil, and he was to be my counselor and guardian.
He was also in Shakespeare in Love, but no, that movie doesn't matter.
Tell them I'll be right down.
She's been murdered, and you
Like, it was so dry. It's so fun. This scene made me laugh, even though I knew it was coming.
Dude, I mean,
You're
Wes
looking
Anderson,
so well, darling.
again,
You
he's
really
one of
are.
those directors
I don't know what sort of
that,
cream
you know,
they put
he's
on you
got-
down at the morgue, but I want some.
This is Madame he's one of those guys you just gotta watch everything.
Yeah, and if you don't like one of his movies, and you don't like that style, then you won't enjoy him. But if you do, then he
I'm
gives
afraid
you
that's
a
me,
colorful, crazy, cool, unique world.
If I learn you ever once laid a finger on my mother's body, living or dead.
I mean, just say I didn't like Asteroid City though. That was probably my best favorite.
To make a plan
Dude,
for
I
your
know.
survival. Hide this. It's
A
encoded in
great
my
cast,
magnified
dude.
Yeah,
Always does a
dude.
great
Tells you
cast.
exactly where and how to find boy with apple.
I'm a baker. I'm not a
End up
fence.
winning like
That's
an
the term.
Academy Award not for this.
May I offer any of you inmates a plate of mush?
I think Lady Bird.
I want roadblocks at every junction for 50 kilometers. I want
Edward
rail
Norton.
blocks at every train station for
Yeah,
100
dude.
kilometers.
Get it!
I want 50 men and 10 bloodhounds ready in 5 minutes.
Seriously, like you're living in a storybook with this movie. It's so great. Jeff Goldblum, dude.
Harvey Keitel, Bill Murray.
Yes, Soros.
What's his name? Owen Wilson.
You can't arrest him simply because he's a bloody immigrant.
Yeah, he's always got my lobby boy! Because they started together. Like Bottle Rocket, like they're all friends together in school. At the very beginning. And you know that they freaking the Wilson
Have you
kids
been
went to
questioned by the authorities?
elementary school?
Yes, on
right
vacation.
here.
I was arrested and
did
tortured
it
by the
for
rebel
school.
militia after the desert uprising.
Right. Well, you know the drill then. Zip it.
Yeah, that's a
Great movie.
That's
That's
a-
probably, like I said, probably my number one.
Yeah.
Just like
Can you
it's
take me
all,
through
as
that
far
night
as
again?
like storyline, cinematography, like all of that. I think that for me does it.
It's a movie you can watch with a lot of people and then be okay with it too, and it can
Yeah.
feel good. Like
Mhm.
it has that power. Oh, thanks to y'all. So happy to hit the horn. Hunger Games, Imitation Game.
That was a good one.
Good. So,
That's a good.
the interview. Again, I think it's pretty funny. This is a movie. The fact that it was made, like,
Yeah, it
it's
that's
like,
the crazy part.
I love it. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, damn, they're just straight up making the hell fun of North Korea.
It's like, how
they
do they
just
even
killed
get
him.
away?
Yeah, they just blow him
It's
up.
so, yeah, dude. Just so respect. Let's see. Oh, the first Lego movie came out this year, man.
That's
good.
yeah, solid.
That one's solid. Let's see. Yeah, that. Maze Runner 9. See, it's another young adult adaptation. I don't know. I never saw it. Just kind of looked.
The Monuments Men.
Oh.
I love that movie.
All right.
That was a really
Oh.
good movie. That was a very funny.
That's right.
Very funny
It's
movie.
like a
Yeah, that's got a
Soderbergh
lot of
movie.
good
What is
people in
this?
It's got Matt Damon.
No, George
Bill
Clooney
Murray,
directed it.
Yeah, it's got so
John
many.
Goodman, yeah.
John Goodman, exactly. It's a funny movie. It's one that you could, again, it's like a Grand Budapest type movie. You could watch with a bunch of people and everybody
Yeah.
kind of like it.
It's funny. I think I had it on. For some reason, I haven't. Yeah, my stepdad was here like for.
Oh, really?
Rarely, like a couple months ago. It was on
It's a good one.
Pluto or something. Maybe I don't know. Oh, the one I love. This is actually good. It's like a weird psychological, not horror, but thriller. I don't know. It's.
So since we're just
Oh,
kind of
my
like
gosh,
dipping our
the
toes
whole
in
thing.
here, I think maybe we shouldn't spend too much time in there the first
I
go
think you
around.
recognize it. Yeah, it's got Mark
How's that?
Duplass
15
and
minutes
Elizabeth
in.
Moss.
Yeah, I think that's good.
But it's couple. It's
Hello?
vacate to be very bizarre circumstance for the couple. It's like they find clones. I don't know if it's like clones of himself type thing, or like it's some weird thing like, yeah, get like a clone of your partner that is or something, and it gets pretty nutty.
Oh, that sounds weird.
If you're in for like, whoa, I didn't expect that, then yeah.
Hey, you trying to play Catan, Jeff? You
Oh, yeah.
The
He's
pyramid.
like, oh, you saw that.
Oh shit!
yeah,
The Raid 2
that's-
came out.
That's the piece I've been waiting to show off.
Yeah, the Raid 2. Yeah, dude. Like I've already told you the Raid
Yep,
1. The
the
Raid
Raid,
2.
yep,
I just
yep,
feel like
yep,
it's
yep.
continuing. Just yeah, it's just as good as the Raid 1. That's what I'll say.
I'm actually teaching Izzy to play Catan, my
Dang,
3-year-old.
that's
Settlers,
awesome.
man, it's fun. That's my wife loves that game. She loves.
We lost to your screen again, fellas.
Oh, yeah, we will get it back.
We'll send you that money on Venmo for all the indiscretions here.
The Rover. I think it's nice to watch this, but
Yeah, I feel like that sounds familiar.
Oh, The Signal. This movie is pretty crazy. I don't know if y'all saw it. pretty
Is
good.
that Lawrence Fishburne?
Interesting sci-fi. I think it's like the kid who's they're like high school age. I don't know if they're track down some signal, and it gets pretty out there.
Yeah.
And I think what's his name ends up being in the end, Lawrence Fishburne. If it's Lawrence Fishburne, let me just see if he's in it.
No, that's what Jeff just said.
Yeah,
so I think you're right. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty. I liked it. I just like those, kind of bold, unique movies like that.
Skeleton Twins was a good Bill
Twins.
Hader film. Not bad at all.
I didn't see that.
That's why I thought. Okay.
Oh shit! I remember this. I love
he's
Bill
not
Hader.
he's not being typical Bill Hader. He's acting.
The movie, The Theory of Everything.
This is what you're thinking about.
That's the Stephen
This is
Hawking
about your
movie.
favorite.
No, we don't watch any of it, but I mean, it is a decent movie.
I think he won. Eddie Redmayne won Best Actor.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
Yeah,
but
it's a role if you nail it. I feel like. I almost feel like they should have a Best Actor category for historical characters that's separate
Right.
from
It seems like it always wins.
made-up characters because. Whenever somebody nails observing and imitating somebody, okay, that's cool. You can do the best impersonation of them.
Like Jamie Foxx with the soloist.
Yeah, but I mean, think all the Academy Awards that have been won based on that.
My best example of that, Matt, is the year that Joaquin Phoenix should have won for The Master, playing a completely created character that he had to create on his own.
Exactly.
And then, but he lost to Lincoln. He lost to
Daniel Day-Lewis, winning his third Academy Award.
Exactly.
And then he tore off and made shoes. He's like, I'm going to go make shoes now.
Yeah.
Exactly, and all he did was study him, and he was such a great actor.
Right.
Nothing. If he was in The Master, he wouldn't have done a better or worse job than Joaquin. But you're right; it's almost like two different categories.
Yeah, it's like that's great.
And they do have two separate categories for screenplay, for adapted screenplay,
and original.
An original.
Dude,
so
seriously,
you're not
that
wrong.
makes sense to have hallucinate. If you have an adapted, based on another work screenplay, an original, they should have original character, versus really adapted. I mean, or just because whenever you need to study somebody, I don't know, it's interesting, but it's almost like anytime I see, because there's always almost, if not every year, other year, couple years, just like freaking Rami Malek winning for Queen, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's almost like there's a shoo-in for a lot of people. It's funny. Let's see. There's no place like Utopia. Time out of my top 5. Top spoon. Transcendence.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Tusk. Oh my god.
You love Tusk.
You gotta mention Tusk.
No, I
It's
didn't
a weird
love
one.
Tusk, but it's one that you have to mention. Like you said, it's Joe
Kevin
with
Smith.
Kevin Smith, man.
Yeah.
Again, I don't even
and Justin Long is the main character.
Yeah.
Don't watch it with the family.
Yeah. It's just really, I feel like he's just trying really hard to be weird there.
Yeah. That was a wild one.
Oh, the Veronica Mars made a movie. We Are the Giants.
Whiplash.
Oh,
there we go.
There we go. Count the year.
That's in my top 10 for sure.
Yep. Damien Chazelle. And that's what it's like. Even if you don't like Miles Teller, I mean, he did a hell of a job. And of course, J.K. Simmons.
He was amazing, and he was undeniable, to be honest. He was good.
Dude, I told Mikey about this show, and Miles Taylor is freaking one of the main characters in it that live old or too old to die young on Amazon Prime. That came out 5 or 6 years ago, and I swear, they promoted it for a week, and then you just had to search for it because it's Nicholas Winding Refn, weird shit,
the thing that works for Miles Teller is you think he's an asshole, and that role he's a fucking asshole. He has to be because he wants to be the best or whatever. But he was perfect for it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's pretty good in everything he's done. Whether he just maybe he just has a punchable face or something, but he's good.
We're coming up to my number 1.
We start here. Winter's Tale, Wild.
Wish I was here.
No, I thought What We Do in the Shadows was a 2014.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
It could be again. So that's where there's some in it.
Sometimes
that's where I feel with
happens.
the foreign films. That's where
And
I felt
also,
because it's a foreign film. So
Creep,
If not, it's
Creep
gonna
wasn't
change.
in here.
It's gonna rock my list.
Creep
No,
wasn't in here either.
What was it?
Creep.
Creep, yeah, that's another really good fucking movie.
See, it's tough.
No, it is. It's not an easy thing what we're doing. I don't think
To
anybody
find
else
like
is
this
really
site
doing
that's
it.
like, why isn't it doing? Oh yeah, we started using the numbers one, but then it was. But again, the format. This should. Let's see. Yeah, no. Do you have what we do in the shadows? So in the U.S., maybe in the U.S. it came out later, just because they're.
Yeah, look, if you Google it, it says 2014.
I wonder what month it came out. So it says we want the movie.
Probably type in movie. It might help.
Yeah, 2014 movie. So yeah.
Yeah, that is by far my number one.
Yeah,
pick.
Taika Waititi.
That's
early
a pick.
days Taika.
That's a pick.
Oh, so it looks like it came out in these states in February of 2015. That's why. But it was
Gotcha.
released in their homeland.
So it's a double
we
pick.
can put an asterisk on it.
Yeah.
That's my number one.
We'll get to talk about it again. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. I remember seeing this whenever it came out too, just because the group I was with at the time, like, knew about it. I would have known about it, but she was like, "Oh no, this is hilarious." I'm like, "Damn, yeah, this is great." And then whenever like they came out that show later, I was like, "What, really?" But then I was like, "Oh, dude!" And then they got my that's just a hilarious movie that actually managed to turn into something better. Like I guess MASH is like the only other example of that, maybe like a movie that spawned off the show. That's
and then the show was just as good.
Yeah.
See, that's funny. It says the same thing, Creep 2014, but then look over here, same thing as the other one.
USA. Yeah. So
2015.
So we'll trust that we'll get to it.
Okay. No, I was just interested. Yeah. It's interesting because it's done that a couple of times now. Where one of them says, it says that like, oh, it came out, in this year, but then another one, it's like technically it came out in 2015. But so is that it? Is that everything?
I think so.
Well, so I'm gonna say my number one is gonna have to be Grand Budapest. I mean, there's so many in there that y'all are gonna mention, but
see, it would be What We Do in the Shadows and Grand Budapest right underneath it.
Yeah, two fantastic. Both those movies are amazing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to mention one of them twice, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. I mean, man, in a movie of course, you can suggest many, right? I mean, you have to, John Wick, you have to see it, right?
Absolutely.
If you're into action, you have to see it. It's like Fury's
See,
great.
that's what I mean. Like the top 5 is so hard for me because like Interstellar, Nightcrawler, John Wick.
Yeah,
and then you got like Birdman.
Yeah, Fury.
Yeah, and isn't Ex Machina? Wasn't that on the list?
I thought it was supposed to be.
Yeah, that's another one that's probably.
But that was supposed to be. That was the weird. Let's see.
Yeah,
no, 2015. That's 2015. Ex Machina.
Okay.
So we should be good to catch it. Because, but yeah.
Interstellar, that was one that came out this year.
Yeah.
That y'all
and then Whiplash, Fury, Gone Girl. I think that's my top 10 right there.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Those are phenomenal.
Yeah, the Equalizer, Kingsman.
Yeah. For me, I mean, if I had to pick, that's what I do. I mean, say that if I had to pick one, it'd probably be Nightcrawler.
It's hard
because
not
I
to.
thought that the character, again, just like him embodying this type of like different type of psychopath. It's almost like I feel like it's a character study. Is almost what it is. And it's just like this happens to be the path that this guy's life takes, but he could have been any number of monsters. I feel like I don't know. It's unique. And Spring.
The thing I like about it is like Jake Gyllenhaal has made his money being the good-looking guy, and most of his stuff. But like, it's kind of like going back to like his biggest role, which like for me is Donnie Darko.
Yeah,
like like that creep. Yeah, like he played it so freaking well.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then the other ones that I see that you didn't have put down here, but that you mentioned you like, It Follows, Predestination.
Yeah, Predestination, I-Origins. Yeah, I'd say for ones that, the neither y'all seen I-Origins and Spring, as far as...
Yeah, I want to check that out.
As far as some off the beaten path sci-fi kind of melodramatic shit.
The Imitation Game was another one.
Yeah.
And then the one I feel like you didn't name on here that you really liked and talked about, which I want to see, was Boyhood.
Oh yeah, as far as it's a cinematic experience unlike no other.
Yeah,
it's just like a movie that it doesn't. It's so ambitious and well done. Again, it's just kind of like, damn,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's ambitious, but like it delivers. Like, it's a good film. I owned it on Blu-ray like back in the day.
I mean, yeah, when Linklater dies, he's gonna go down as like one of, doing unique things, telling storytelling in cinema that I just haven't been matched.
Man, what did he just did something.
There's the Hitman that just came out. What again is a unique telling of a true story, and it shouldn't. I mean, in most hands, it'd probably be kind of like a lackluster romantic comedy, but he makes it into like he really just brings the depth out of these characters that it shouldn't be as good as it is. It seems like
he likes that actor Glenn Powell who's in it.
Yeah, he came from like Gun Maverick. I don't know.
But I actually sent this movie to Mikey for Christmas one year. Everybody Wants Some. It's like the baseball version of Days of Confused.
Oh, he was in that too.
Yeah, he's Richard Linklater directed that too. And
no, but I didn't know that Glenn Powell was in it. I remember seeing it. Is this about 80s coming of age?
Yeah.
Bro, that is
baseball
one
theme? Yeah.
That's in my rotation. I gotta watch that movie like
Wait,
every
which
year.
character was Glenn Powell? Was he wasn't the main guy, was he?
He was just the sarcastic guy who was getting with all the chicks.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, an intellectual who was always lecturing about something. Yeah.
He wasn't the pitcher, right? Or was he the pitcher?
No.
Yeah, because the pitcher's the weirdos.
guy.
The pitchers were like, you're like Elliot is, but he's the guy who would get freaking like, whenever he was pitching and he'd hit the fruit in half or whatever it was.
Kurt Russell's son, Wyatt Russell,
Yeah,
is
Wyatt
in
Russell.
that movie as like the hippie pitcher.
The pitcher that was like lying about shit and got kicked out.
Yeah. Here for a good time, not a long time.
I didn't know that was his son.
But no, Richard Linklater, man, like he's got a great body of work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's anything he makes is worth checking out. You might not enjoy the story, but it's a well done thing.
I was gonna say another one you had mentioned, Inherent Vice.
Yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson.
And then one that I really liked that I mentioned that y'all should go watch is The Drop. So my number one is gonna be.
Tell me more about that one again, because
that was just a movie about, again, it's like two guys, a guy that owns a bar, James Gandolfini, and then like his little nephew or niece, or not niece, nephew or cousin or somebody.
Mike, are we recording?
Yes.
Okay.
And he runs the bar with him. And it's about Tom Hardy and Gandolfini. It's a great movie. You should check it out. It's about the mafia, organized crime, murder.
I love organized crime stories.
It's a little bit everything, but it's one that I feel like goes unnoticed. That I've told people about it, and they're like, Gandolfini and Tom Hardy were in a movie together, and it's
something was his last movie, or like maybe I don't know what came out.
One of his last movies had to have been. Well, no, would have had to have been this or something. No, there was something else after this. It's obvious.
Didn't he play a homosexual in the last final film? Or was that the Mexicans? Damn, that came out way early. The Drop.
I think he did a film with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, like a comedy or something like that. I think that was his last film.
Yeah, you might be right. The 2014 is showing click more movies.
It could be like when things were filmed and when they were released type.
But showed he passed in 2013.
Wait, he's still alive. He ate himself back. Have you watched The Sopranos?
No, not all of it.
I mean, of course it's good. Like, it's early days Prestige, whatever. Like, I like it. I'm not like, oh man, it's the best, but it's really good. But dude, it is funny. Like, I feel like he's always eating something on that show. The way that freaking what's his name,
Vince Vaughn, the Wedding Crashers.
But like season after season, you see him getting fatter and fatter.
Taking on the role, man.
Yeah, method actor.
Like the first season, he like kind of looks like almost like. Okay, you're not just a really fat guy, you're a big guy.
That's awesome.
But he quickly gets to. Okay, so hold on. Let's see. We're just seeing. So The Drop. This shows to be his last film.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
And it's a good movie. Y'all should check it out, especially too since it was his last one.
Oh, Television the Night of. I didn't know he was. He's just a producer, I guess. The Night of that was.
But yeah, so do we want to get on to recommendations and stuff like that? I know Jeff. I know our buddy Jeff's gonna have to be getting out of here soon. It's getting close to Jeff's log off time.
Yeah,
and
I think that was good.
So we got through the movies.
Yeah,
we've introduced Jeff to the podcast.
2014 was a very good year for movies.
Solid year.
It was. For me, last year still stronger, but that was really good.
That was a good year.
This is for me again.
Yeah,
this could be.
What was y'all's number one from 2013?
I don't remember. He can.
I think mine was Upstream Color, probably.
Oh yeah, God, I can't remember what
That's
mine
a
was.
cool one.
It was that, or
I think mine would have to be like
Coherence.
Wolf of Wall Street was that year, right?
I think that came out.
It did. He's right. I'm pretty positive it did.
Yeah, mine was like either coherence, I think, or upstream color.
But no, my recommendation for last year, Nebraska.
Yeah,
Nebraska.
You gotta watch Nebraska.
For last year, yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, one that Matt mentioned was movie 43. That
for
was one I
comedies,
really loved
yeah.
for comedy, yeah.
Did you watch it?
Not yet.
Yeah, I've seen it. It was
Is this
interesting.
mostly a sketch comedy with like, you know, big name actors?
Yeah.
I don't know, just balls on the neck and shit. It's like, oh, okay.
There it is.
This is commitment, man. I love it.
Nebraska, IMDb 2013.
Nebraska.
Oh,
Dude,
I love that actor.
This is a
Bruce Dern, man. He was in The Hateful Eight, and he was in
Yeah,
Once
he's
Upon
got
a Time
story
in Hollywood.
Yeah, Bruce Dern's a great actor.
Bob
Bob
Odenkirk was in
Odenkirk?
there? What?
Okay.
Stacey
I
Stacey
think he plays
Keach?
the brother.
Dude, Stacey Keach, Bob Odenkirk, you can't go wrong, man.
Dude.
Yeah, but Will Forte, dude, acting his heart out.
Yeah,
like, for
dude, that's
sure.
awesome.
I gotta watch it.
Alexander Payne directed it, dude. He did like Sideways. And
Well, it looks like you gotta
shit.
watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Sideways. If you
And
like
he just
the
did that
Sideways
movie.
vibe,
Came out that other Paul Giamatti movie. He got nominated for
Thomas Hayden
Holdovers.
Church got nominated too, I believe.
Yeah, I think Hayden Church might have won for Sideways.
So I want to
Paul
watch
Giamatti,
this.
he's gonna
Out
get
of
one
Jeff's
one day.
selections that he's mentioned that I really want to watch is
Yeah,
this
I wanna-
and then
No,
the
dude.
pawn sacrifice. I want to watch that.
Yeah, no, same here.
Oh yeah, dude, it's good. It's
I want
good.
to watch these two. But no,
Yeah,
this
dude.
has been a
No, Will
solid
Forte,
episode.
dude, you can ask my wife, man. Like, I'm almost obsessed with him. Like, I feel like he's
He's
some of the
hilarious.
the funniest, most underrated.
He's got
people
range.
Dude, I'm a big SNL guy, and he definitely falls under like the weirdo category, and I
Yeah.
think he's like king of the weirdos. Like he did it the best.
Yeah, dude. I was showing him the other week this clip from like Good Morning or like Omaha, whatever, where he gets like he's in that rock band and they're just doing like the theme song, and he just gets so into it, and he's like pounds like a bottle of like liquor like during their like morning show. It's just absurd. It's like channeling like some weird Jim Morrison shit, dude.
Dude, Will Forte is the man.
But yeah, dude, strong. That's good shit. Good. Yeah, no, Nebraska, dude. Like I'm probably be watching this later. 'Cause
Well,
I love Wilson Forte.
Yeah,
we'll take a little break.
Yeah, we take a little break. We can say goodbye to Jeff for now,
Yeah,
I
man,
guess.
this was a blast.
Jeff,
I had a lot
thank
of
you
fun.
for being here.
Yeah, I think.
We'll see you next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
If not,
then you know
we're gonna stop doing this.
Yeah, we'll quit.
If we don't have Jeff
Please
next
don't.
week,
I'd love to come back.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for being here,
we'll
Jeff.
send you a link if you're around. Cool. If not, you know, we'll see you either way. But yeah, buddy.
I'll see you on Xbox, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Be seeing you.
Be seeing you.
That was nice. Look at that. We recorded that, didn't we?
Yep, and we're gonna take a break.
And we're back. Yeah, Jeff's out here. It's just the two of us again.
Yep.
We started off with how many people we have in here?
We're
We
dwindling.
had 4. Now it's just 2.
We are
of us.
quickly. The numbers are
It's just
thinning.
2 of us and 2 pugs. The pugs have stuck with us for this entire time, and hopefully a
It's
couple
nice
of
to have
viewers
that.
have stuck with us. We don't know if you're here or not.
Viewers, I'm here for
Um,
listeners. You know,
Yeah, viewers, listeners,
I've all
whoever.
but given up on the viewers.
Whoever. Well, I mean, viewers, listeners, whoever. You know
sad.
my point. Nah, we'll get them.
I don't need dry balls last
Hearts and minds. We'll get them.
Hearts and minds.
Next week we'll have a little bit more content to talk about. I'm
little more to unpack.
I'm gonna be reading those books that I picked up that should hopefully be in early tomorrow, and I can get cracking on them for that new author.
Oh, yeah,
and
you
I'm
talked
telling
about
you,
him.
you weren't in here, but I promise. I said this guy's gonna join. I'm gonna get him on the podcast at some point.
I believe you.
I'll get him on here, and he's gonna love it. We're gonna love it. It's gonna
So
be
that
great.
could be a recommendation week for
Yeah,
him
you know what?
to him to join our podcast.
That's the rule.
Check it
My
out.
recommendation of the week: maybe go check him out, or just
Yeah.
check out.
That's actually great.
You know, go check out Michael Sawan.
So SAWAN.
Yeah.
Michael SAWAN.
And if not, I mean, he's also, you can look him up on Instagram, SoftMax Plus. That's Soft Max Plus.
I like the
I
sound.
showed y'all earlier. But yeah, he's like kind of, independent author guy. He's out there doing his thing for himself, and I think it's pretty neat.
What city was it?
Ohio, I
Ohio.
think. I see a lot of videos where he's talking about Ohio, or he's in, and so I imagine that he's probably from the Cleveland, Ohio area, something like that.
Okay.
So, recommendation of the week, check that fella out. Buy a book. He also has them on Kindle. It looks like they're available on Kindle. It's only $5.
I'm a big proponent of Kindle.
See, me personally, which I think that's, I
like
think
going
it's
to
great.
physical books.
I was
Put
going
it
to
on
say,
the
I think
shelf.
it's great that there's there's the option for both, if I'm being honest. Because if you're an author and you're selling stuff, if you're an author and you're selling books, if you're an author and you're selling books, it's amazing because it just gives somebody else another. It's so much easier, and there is a bunch of people. There's so many more people that are willing to just they want it on their Kindle. They want it now. They don't want to wait. And they want to be able to have it all, everything, their whole library in one. And so that's awesome, in my opinion. And personally, if that's the way you like doing it, that's cool. Personally, I like the book, and I like the physical copy.
But I do for a reason. It's for educational purposes. Because anything I don't know, any word I don't know, I can double-click, it'll pull up the dictionary, and then I make a note, because you can also highlight and make notes, and not worry about marking up a book, and then I, type out the word's definition to help me program it into my brain. So that's the way I learn too.
Yeah, and see my whole reason or idea of liking for the
pretends to read.
I like to just actually have the physical copy of the book where if
the haptic, the tech, the feeling it is part of the experience, flipping the page, all of it.
It's not just that it's part of the experience, is that it's I feel like number one, I'm getting more for my money in a sense.
You are getting something tangible.
And actually too, it's I don't have to then be in that position to where, okay, my power goes out. I don't have a charger. Oh, my Kindle's on this % charging. Oh, I can't. I like to be able to just leave the house and say, hey, I want to read this book.
You could be reading.
If I go to a softball tournament in the morning, I can say, hey, you know what? I'm going to have some downtime during the day. I'm going to take this book with me. No matter, my situation, I can read it pretty much. So it's there's just
same thing, but I've got 100 books in my pocket.
That's awesome. But if you can't charge that, you have 0 books.
The funny thing is, I've developed an interface that I plug into it with my finger, and I can give it my energy.
Dang, look at that. You see, so why
I'm
would
holding
you
back.
give us that technology?
I'm holding back.
The other good thing about buying books is it then later on if something, if for instance,
so you're against Mother Nature because
if you would have been on it earlier, you could have not had to pay so much for your Dune book that you purchased had you been buying books sooner. That's the advantage.
I don't know
of
that
buying
I was
a physical
born
copy.
yet, but I wish I would kind of like you investing in whenever you were in the womb,
Yep. Oh yeah, should have been buying houses.
Should have been buying houses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have been buying.
So buying physical copies of books, in my opinion, has an advantage because it's you have a resale. If it's a first edition, if it's their first,
Okay, if you look at it as a potential.
You do.
Honestly, that's why I like both. I like reading it on here, but I like having it on the shelf so that the world knows that I've read it.
That you got it, that you have read it.
I'm kind of against ever having a book on a shelf I haven't finished reading.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
Does it?
Because, if you go into someone's house and I see a bunch of books on a shelf, I'm back, okay, I hope you read, unless it's a reference book, But if it's a novel, you're fronting if you ain't read it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
See, in my opinion, I feel like books to me are very much is very similar to movies. And if I'm in the mood for it, I'm going to read it. And there's some of them that I can just power through. But then there's some of them, too, where it's not only
but
just
that's buying a movie and just not watching it for a while if you haven't read it.
That's a little different. And then, movies usually, on average, doesn't matter how everybody watches a movie at the same pace, typically. You turn it on, it takes every average
human being.
So you
at least start the book. Every book you have on the shelf, you've at least started.
Either I've finished it or I've started at least some
if you've at
part
least
of it.
started it,
yeah,
I'll give you credit.
But again, that's my thing is that it's I don't get caught up in that. Well, I haven't finished the book, so I'm just not gonna. Because then you're just gonna be stuck with 4 books on your shelf that you never read. You know what I'm saying?
Or just read the books.
You could, yeah. But I just don't see it as. I don't see it as what benefit does it really bring you, rather to just sit back and be like, well, I haven't read this one, so I'm not going to buy another one.
I guess for me, it's because
again, that's what I'm saying about a movie.
If you're not going to read it, if you're not going to make that a point to read it, then just don't buy it yet. Again, that's just me.
Yeah.
It's it's just I'm going to buy it. So I'm I probably won't. But then again, I'm probably missing out on the prolonged value of it being something I occasionally go to.
Yeah.
So I could argue against myself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I would win.
Yeah, there you go. You would win your argument against yourself on books.
Yeah, books.
There you go. So I'm going to go home tonight and I'm going to read every book that I have.
Or else make sure when I come over again that any book you haven't finished is off the shelf.
Yeah. Have you finished that book I got you? Did you finish that
that's
one?
why it's sideways. Did
you finish that one? Upright. Oh, because it's not finished?
Yeah, that means I've started it.
Oh, okay. Did you get it on your Kindle, though? You didn't read the physical copy?
I got it on
Did you finish your Kindle? So your Kindle copy hasn't helped you finish it faster? Because you're looking up definitions.
Kind of like you.
You're finished. You're looking up definitions.
No, because kind of like you, I think we've mastered it. I think we got.
There you go.
We're so advanced. We didn't need to finish.
Good. You're like,
experience.
I see that there's a chapter, 2 chapters left. I've got it.
Yeah.
You know what? Save your
Once I feel like I
could
could have written the last 2 chapters, I think
you're like, you know what? I think I picked this up.
I'm like, wait,
all right, I
there's
can't
some
hate
more
on
advanced
that.
stuff they could be doing.
I can't hate on that.
You know,
you're like, you're at that point, you'd be disappointed to read the last 2 chapters and see if they didn't leave in everything you thought
I'm gonna
they
be
should
like,
have.
oh my god, these guys got most of it.
Amateurs.
These guys got most of it.
Missed the mark entirely.
Yeah. I mean,
That's awesome.
You know, if you maybe want an out-of-body experience, you can check it out. But if you really want one, well, we might tell you sometime. We still need to do the experiment with the sitting in a room and blindfolding and trying to know if we can feel where the other person.
I watch
is in
you
the
every
room.
night. You don't know it though. I'm in my house just zenned out watching you.
Where
Astrally
am I?
projecting.
Because obviously you get to think.
Oh, you're.
Where am I normally?
In the house.
Nailed it.
Hey, gotcha.
You might as well be on the part of my magic tricks with that one.
I know. You're probably right here on this couch usually.
Yeah.
But all right, man. What's your recommendation? Did you make one already?
I am making it as I speak. Yeah. There was this other random podcast that I randomly listened to.
Plug them.
Just I think the podcast is called like The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F word. The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F word, but it's kind of one of those maybe the mental health and mind hack or just like self improvement approaches.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But the episode I happened to pick and listen to was just talking about almost like your competitive advantage in life and like a strategy that's a lot of people will find the most success in is what's your your threshold for putting up with doing like a certain task or doing something that most people aren't, even if you don't enjoy it. If you're able to tolerate doing it more than other people, that like a lot of times it might be a job or a role that isn't like you'll be good at, you'll excel at, even if you don't necessarily care about it.
I see.
It's like, oh, I can never sit there and stare at spreadsheets all day. It's like, oh shit, I can, whatever. It's like I couldn't be outside like doing this, and you're like, well, I can, and it's not. It doesn't have to be like a bad thing.
I know. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Just kind of, but if it is kind of looked at badly, that there's even higher chance of you doing successful at it.
Yeah.
It's almost like the most dangerous jobs will pay the most. Take that mindset, but kind of tone it down.
I got you.
To to the personal level and just everyday things.
No,
but
that's
then again, it's the competitive advantage kind of mindset.
Yeah.
For success. That and stealing.
Okay, you definitely want to steal stuff.
Yep.
Is that okay that I did that?
Oh yeah.
That
is. There's yeah. I mean, that I feel like that was a good time. We can. There's always other things we can. If we get to them next time, we can talk about. But,
yeah, and I think maybe one of these episodes we should do something where we either zoom in on a either a movie or a show. We pause on the movies for a year, an episode to kind of give us a break, kind of drag out the content a little maybe, and also too to be able to kind of give us a bit of a reprieve from and the listener too to be like, hey, it's not just going to be.
Yeah,
us going through the movie list and talking because it's again.
Yeah, you had some good ideas on stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of hard at the end of the day too to be able to. We want to go through the list and make sure we don't miss anything and make sure that we're also mentioning movies while we may not have even seen them, or maybe some of y'all have seen them and we at least want to mention them and you can be like, oh, I didn't realize that came out. Maybe you really like some movies we mentioned and read through, but we didn't even. So that's the thing. We're trying to figure out really the best way of doing it outside of it just showing up and being like, here's my 5, there's Matt's 5, moving on to the next subject.
We like you to have an idea like, oh, this might be worth checking out.
Because then maybe too, like I said, maybe when we do read through some of these random ones that maybe we mention one that you forgot about came out that year. And the whole point of listening to our show was just to remind you that, hey, this movie came out and you go and watch it and it's nothing we even really zoomed in on.
The thing is, I'm getting old, you're getting old, we're all getting old, but something that came out 10 years ago, a 25-year-old was 15,
Yeah.
I know when I was 15, a lot of the shit that I'm suggesting, I wouldn't have any idea existed.
No.
I wouldn't have cared. But as a 25-year-old, it might be like, oh, I wish I knew about it. Now,
yeah.
So, my mindset also is just helping out But, you know, just the fact that 10 years, a few years, a lot of people are at a certain age to where they would have no interest in it, but now that their mind is developed and they might, you know, so there's many reasons that hopefully we can benefit.
Yeah, and then just on that vein alone, like there's been some movies that I have seen on here that I've gone back and watched because, like you said, I'm older now, and I'm like, yeah, actually, that is kind of up my alley now. Where whenever it came out, I remember it coming out and being like, yeah, I don't really want to see it. But then I get older or whatever and stop sniffing so much glue, and I'm like, I like this movie.
Like it was as a kid, I probably would have been like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Okay, what was that even about? That's boring.
I just remember watching it and being like, I don't even feel like my brain is developed enough to understand it.
But now it's like, man, that's so crazy. I don't know what's going on that I want to, so I'm going to keep watching it.
You just continually watch it to be like, can I fathom any of this?
Yeah.
What is this? Can I pick up? Yeah, so no.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
So we're figuring it out.
Yeah. But in the end of the day.
We're doing good. We're doing fucking good.
Yeah, I guess we are doing good.
We're doing good. Come on.
Like, I'm just trying to think that, when someone says, how do you feel? You don't feel good, you do good.
Yeah.
Right? You feel well.
Yeah.
But we are doing,
I
think we're doing well.
Season 4.
But we're also doing good because the doing good would be helping people find movies. So we are doing good.
We are doing good.
Because we're doing good acts, but I would say we are doing well at doing good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good way to put it. We're doing well at doing good, and also too, it's
we
like
just want to be grammatically correct as
we're it's consistent. We're staying after it. We're not giving up. We're on season 4, episode 2.
So I'll tell you what, the endurance, man. I respect us. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like I don't want to do this every week, but
no, but it's it could be just as easily to not do it.
There's times where you could just be like, man, I could just take it easy tonight,
Yeah, not do anything.
But no, it's like we've gotten past that point of conditioning to where it's like, nah, man, this is happening.
And then too, it's also like, I think that's the thing about it. The fact that that's the difficult part, and I commend us for sticking with it. Is that it's like we're not walking away every single time being like, man, that was awesome. That was super easy to talk. It's like there's times we walk away and we're like, man, we suck.
Yeah,
like what are we doing?
I've rarely,
felt
we hold ourselves to high standards, which everyone should. You know? So it's like, we could be doing better at a lot of things, but we're telling you what the best things to watch are.
Yeah, we are, and that's worth something. So you should pay. And we have pugs, dude, and we have pugs. We have 2 pugs.
And they agree. Look at that. We're getting them worked up. They're defending us.
They are defending us. So with that being said,
Yep.
We've given you our recommendations. We've given you our movies. We've given you the
ourselves.
confidence you need to go out and conquer the week that faces you.
Yeah. No therapy this week. We feel like we unpacked a lot last week.
We gave it to you.
Yeah. So hopefully, next week we might get into some therapy. But for me, this week was a lot better.
So was mine. Mine was.
So I wouldn't have as much to say.
Mine was exponentially better, and I think it was a result of talking about it. And being able to reflect on it and saying, you know what, that was better than the one before.
I'm just unpacking. It's good.
Unpack it.
Let the weight out.
And when you unpack it, leave it where you left it.
Yeah,
Fold it up. Put it in the drawer.
Yeah, put it in the drawer.
You don't have to wear it today.
Yeah, burn it. Just depending on what it is.
Yeah. Don't burn valuables.
Yeah, but Mikey, it's always a pleasure. And
it's always a pleasure.
I'll be seeing you.
I'll be seeing you online and anyway.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about something big happened.
We've cross-pollinated.
Yeah, we've cross-pollinated. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And
be safe out there, guys. We hope you have a wonderful week, and we love you.
Be seeing you.
Be seeing you.